Boobosh kind of done. Who gives a fuck about the Boobosh? Everyone cares about the BPD and the fake girlfriend. Why are you not just going to a fucking psychiatrist, bro? Just go actually speak to like an actual mental health professional with some of your fucking YouTube money. I can't wait to farm this guy. And then you go to King of Nothing and you say, oh, I can't wait to farm that Nick guy. Yeah. No, you don't get to laugh. Stop laughing, Josh. You are not just going back to Twitter versus. You literally cannot hold it together for long enough to put an episode out.
Dude, Sonic ain't gay, dude.
Okay, we're watching Bowblax versus Nick DeOrio, moderated by Augie. Augie is back for a return stream to scout Bowblax, finish Bowblax off, send them out into the cold. Okay. Huge hype from RFC homosexuals. Huge hype. So I think we're gonna start this right away.
Just get to it, right? Friend population. What's going on, brother?
Yeah. I f***ed up and overreacted to the Alerex call I had. I was like frustrated. I should have like just, you know, ignored it or sent him a message saying I was frustrated, but instead I just sent it to other people to like.
Again, he's not apologizing for recording the call.
About how.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone. Yeah, but I don't think anyone's really got a problem with like recording a call, right? I think everyone's fine with recording calls, but it's about the fact he lied about why he recorded it, because he said he recorded it because Lyrics was being mean to him, and then it's shopping it around and trying to like, oh, Lyrics said some crazy stuff in this call and try to like smear his reputation, right?
I think the issue is that there was like no reason to record the call. Recording a call if you're going into like a contentious situation or something like that, obviously that's fine. Well, I mean, this was like nothing.
I don't think most people have an issue with recording calls, especially because Bowblax was going into a thing where he was thinking, like, where he wanted it kind of on record. But then I think the bigger problem is also the fact that he recorded it, planning to release it, and then also the way he was acting on the call, saying stuff like
this is private.
This is private. Yeah, I would never say this in public. All this like constantly.
Overreacted to the Alerex call I had. I was like frustrated. I should have like just, you know, ignored it or sent him a message saying I was frustrated, but instead I just sent it to other people to like, I don't know, feel better about how I felt about it and try to project that onto them. And it was just like slimy. I shouldn't have done that, you know? Like,
okay.
So yeah.
What the f? So this is not the turn that I was expecting. So you're basically coming on admitting that you're full of shit for the last like few weeks.
Hey guys, what I missed?
No,
you're not saying that. Okay. Well, that's kind of.
I apologized for that last week on Twitter.
What the f did I join into?
Okay. So what's up, Nick?
Sorry.
By the way, long time no talk.
Hello.
Nick, we haven't talked since September 2023. So,
dude, I was told this was on Boulder Talk Radio. I talked to Matt Jarbo all day. I don't know what happened.
Well, I'm actually launching a new show called Pink Eye Live. So
this fucking sucks.
It's gonna be there, but I lost the.
It's like a regular RFC stream.
Channel, so
we're here to watch this guy die.
I want to see Bowblax getting scalped.
I overreact to try.
Explanation. It's not an apology. It's an explanation.
Let me speak. Basically,
my God. You can't
I overreacted to my frustrations with the Alerex call, and I shouldn't have like sent it to people, and I shouldn't have to try and like validate my feelings on it, and I shouldn't have made the live stream like showing everything just to like get other people to see my point of view, because like it was an overreaction. I shouldn't have fucking reacted that way in the first place, you know? So I apologize for that on Twitter last week. I guess not as in depth because
Jimbly super chatted $5. What did I say? This guy is gonna roll over and act like a salted slug for 4 hours. Extremely gay.
Thank you for the $5, Jimbly.
Yeah, I am genuinely.
So,
dude, I feel so fucking.
So you're at the mercy of the community right now, and you're capitulating, basically.
Yeah. Obviously, he's gonna fucking bow, and scrape, and beg.
Yeah, he's groveling to get back in, but if they don't let him, I think he'll spurg. I think everyone knew he was gonna grovel.
That Lyrics
on the lyrics thing alone,
sure,
right?
I guess. Well, everything I said, yeah, just everything I said, yeah. I mean,
that's pretty fucking bad, though, right? because the reason why.
Yeah.
So you're apologizing now, right? And this is not going to go over well with anybody listening to this, obviously, because you've been so adamant about the right for you to record that fucking call and show it to people in the fucking first place, right? So you now saying on stream that I fucked up or whatever, that just sounds like desperation. It sounds like the community is at your fucking throat and you're like, fuck, I can't win this, so I might as well just bow down.
Well, no. I came to this realization, but like not exactly a week ago, but a little like less than a week ago on Twitter when I tweeted out my apology to Lorex. It basically says like, yeah, I shouldn't have reacted.
Well,
that
okay,
way.
I saw that tweet, right? And you know, I had a few fucking problems with that tweet, right? Because it seems like it was very like hastily worded, where you're saying like, oh, I had like, hold on, let me like pull up your fucking Twitter.
Okay.
You made a tweet like basically like semi-apologizing, but you didn't apologize directly for like what you're being accused of. You're basically saying like, oh, I'm sorry I shopped this call around or whatever, right? Let's be clear here with one thing. You recorded that call immediately. And you lied basically by saying like, oh, I was only going to start recording him when he started being snaky. But you recorded it from the beginning. Like in the call that you released, we could hear you ringing lyrics at the beginning of the fucking call. Right?
Yes.
So why did you say that?
I recorded the call because he wanted to, after like
he shouldn't be like open-ended. Like
you know,
you lied
about, like his misconceptions.
You're a liar. You always lie.
He wanted to have a follow-up call, and I felt a little weird about having a call of something 4 years old, so I recorded it so I could like look back on it.
Okay, but why would you think that that's weird for him to have a call with you from a drama like 4 years ago, right? I saw the DMs like in the call, like in your fucking like return stream. You showed Lyrics' DMs with you on Discord, and he was saying like, you were basically saying like, it's kind of fucked up that you called me like manipulative, right? But and then Lyrics responded like, let's have a quick call about that, right? So Lyrics is just calling about you being ass mad that he called you manipulative. So it's not about 4-year-old drama. I mean, it relates to that drama because that's what he reviewed on stream, to call you, and even really call you manipulative. He said you're capable of manipulative behavior, right?
Well, he said I was like being a manipulative liar in the
Booboss stream, which is correct, right? Yeah. You were.
Pressed.
Right?
Pressed?
Pressed? I own up to my actions, but I don't... someone would have to paint it out to me. Well...
Bro, he's trying to reel it in because it's Augie saying it to him.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my God. It's happening.
Right?
I almost wonder, like, oh, man. I wonder how much of what I said has permeated, because I feel like this is the same thing I did to Bowblax, like trying to force him on the snaky or manipulative point to like say it himself.
I mean, because I think Nick repeated that, so
right.
I feel like it's obviously trickled down to Augie at least.
Well, he said I was like being a manipulative liar in the
Booboss stream, which is correct, right? Yeah. You were. Right?
He's frozen.
I own up to my actions, but I don't... someone would have to paint it out to me. Well, someone would have to explain to me why it's manipulative, but I'm not...
well, this is a major... absolute huge moment.
To my action, manipulative liar
in the Booboss stream, which is correct, right? Yeah. You were. Right?
I own up to my actions, but I don't... someone would have to point it out to me. Well, someone would have to explain to me why it's manipulative, but I'm not
well, I'll tell you why people think that. And it's because you said, and I listened to that Lyrics call earlier today, you said that, oh, you know, I atoned for my sins basically before the Booboss debate happened, right? And I'm assuming you're referencing that Twitch stream you did where you're playing like Sonic, you know what I mean? And you're talking about the situation because people are coming in the chat. But I watched the Comment Cop video today where he clips that fucking stream. And you're saying, I only flagged a video because of a mistake. Fuck anyone bringing this up in the chat. I'm gonna fucking ban you if you bring this shit up or whatever, right? Like, it wasn't... You kept telling Lyrics in the fucking call that you had already basically, like, you know, taken the L. But in the stream that I assume you're referencing, which is that Twitch stream, That wasn't what happened at all. And I can play it if you want, because I watched it today, but while preparing for this fucking stream, and that's absolutely not what happened at all.
No, I took the L in an after hours that occurred before the Boo Boss stream, but after the Sonic stream.
So you talk about the stream where I brought that up.
Was an explanation for something that I want to, you know.
If Bowblax is referring to the stream where Augie says it was a dumb thing to do, that is like the most kid's glove fucking nothing L to take ever. And Augie was sweeping crazy hard there.
Let Nick know about during that Boo Boss conversation.
So just to clarify, you're talking about the stream where I brought it up and you were like, oh, I told you not to bring this up in the chat. You're talking about that stream?
I believe there wasn't there a stream after that where we kind of addressed it, like the whole like Bowblax, everything like laid out kind of stream.
Well, I haven't seen that clipped, so I don't know if that exists. And I would assume you would have a clip of that, right? If you're saying like another stream happened after that stream, right? I would assume you'd have that clipped, right? If you're saying that happened.
No, I'm going based on memory.
Oh, so you're just assuming that happened?
What's the claim? I'm sorry.
Well, the claim is that Bowblax like took the L for the situation. He took the L for flagging the videos 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
On an after-hour stream that wasn't.
Josh is saying that we had that about a month after it happened. My problem in the clip specifically was that Josh put that like clarification on a Twitch VOD. By the way, a platform he hardly uses, especially at the time. Hardly used it. It was the least amount of viewers humanly possible that would have seen this occur. It was buried at the 3.5 hour mark of an 8-hour VOD, and those delete after 28 days. I believe it's lost media because as of now, it's probably gone.
It's not lost media. I have the VOD on one of my YouTube channels. I could link it.
The issue was that you struck a channel on YouTube specifically, and then you went out of your way to make it as difficult as possible for the average person to find it. So you were in control of the narrative. You'd show them when they call you out for it, instead of other people organically figuring out what happened.
Yeah, so like I fucked up and then like I reverted it in 15 minutes, right? So I didn't feel like since I fixed
Danoko super chatted $1.99. Explain to me what we're watching with background.
Explain to me what we're watching with background. We are watching a guy called Bowblax get grilled over false copyright strikes he filed 4 years ago and then made bullshit excuses for by his friends Nick and Augie, okay?
it so fast, I feel like, yeah, if it comes up, I'm going to take responsibility, but like, I didn't feel like a need to inform someone on a mistake they didn't even know I made that I already fixed, right?
Yeah, but the issue wasn't specifically that you made a mistake, that you got high and you struck the video down. It was the fact that, like, simultaneously, whilst you struck that one fair use video, you pulled down 5 videos that archived your song while we were all in a public feud with people defending your right to post archival content on your third channel.
So your
public position was that it's all okay. No, but your fuck up was that you struck the fair use channel. There's a separate fuck up here that you struck the archival footage because you wanted to purge the, like, did those ever get, those are still down, right?
No, everything's reverted.
You reverted all 6
I reverted,
or so?
I reverted all of them.
Okay.
I can show you my tab too.
Do you think that you're in your legal, do you think that you're in your right to remove all of those archival pieces of, I mean, it obviously doesn't matter now what we're arguing because we're not arguing it now in current day. At the time, it was just like, made us all look like fucking retards because we were helping you. And then you were arguing this, we were arguing this for you, and then you made us all look retarded.
Yeah. I'm
but do you think it's out of line to talk to you about it a month after the fact in that case? If, like, that issue...
I feel like we need to move this off the fucking Boo Boss shit. The Boo Boss shit is kind of done. Who gives a fuck about the Boo Boss shit? Everyone cares about the BPD and the fake girlfriend and this shit. That's what everyone's thinking about, no?
Issue is still being discussed. And
there's one other thing that they're thinking about.
I want to know about the $2,000. Okay, dude.
In that certain way?
I don't think it was out of line. The only thing I was mainly upset about is how I legitimately, leading up to the conversation, didn't know what you were referring to, and like you kept teasing.
You specifically mentioned directly, is it the striking thing 10 minutes prior to our conversation? I'm sorry, 10 minutes prior to me leaving the call, and then us arguing in DMs.
Yeah, and then you can see. Oh, sorry. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, the expectation is that you're gonna find, like, if you watch that video, you'll find me coercing you. And I'm found like 20 minutes of me begging not to have this argument with you, saying directly, like, I predicted that people were going to give me shit for it. People were going to get mad at me for holding you to this, that in like when people look back on it, everyone's going to turn around and just say like, oh, okay, Nick's fucking goading Bowblax into doing this when I'm begging you not to have the conversation, to the point where I literally left the call before we fought in DMs about it.
Yeah, after I remember at the time, and it probably didn't come across this way, but like in my mind, I remember once you mentioned it was the copyright strike thing, I tried to de-escalate, but I mean, obviously, like I didn't. I was probably like snarky. It was like I don't know.
But... No, you were like, I wish my camera could work so you can see how not mad I am. That was
I was. That was my way of trying to de-escalate. I don't know. I mean, just fucking, I guess, dumb looking back.
Again, I don't care. I took shit from this 4 years ago. It's only relevant now because people are bringing it up. Do you guys want to talk about some stuff from that's actually like current day?
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick.
Can we get a round of applause for Nicholas DeOrio? Thank you, Chad. Thank you.
Also, now is a great time, actually. We'll do a quick chill. 286 people here. Only 100 likes on the stream. That means about 186 people who could be liking the stream but haven't. So if you wouldn't mind moving your cursor to the thumbs up and clicking, or pressing a thumbs up on your mobile device, that'd be epic. Now, if you want to take your support further, you can donate directly through the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can buy a YouTube membership. You can gift a YouTube membership. You can gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat. You can buy a super chat, which will highlight your message in YouTube chat and read it out in TTS. You can buy a super sticker, which is an image or GIF that'll be highlighted in chat, and I'll describe it to you. You also go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you.
I don't know how much you guys want to reminisce about copyright strikes from 2000.
Well, I mean,
from 2020. Yeah.
It is nostalgic to think back on, you know? You have to admit that, right? Like, it's very...
Augie, you've been gone for a year. We haven't. We have other things to talk about.
Dude, my head's all in the past. I'm like, damn, bro, remember that Destiny debate we had? Like...
No,
I will say this.
Yeah, let's bring that up. Let's talk about the Destiny debate.
I think I've replayed Sunshine since 2020. I don't know if I want to play that.
Traumatize you from that fucking game? Are you kidding me?
I might have played it once or twice, but like, I'm just kind of joking around. But yeah.
All right, let's talk about the new shit, right? Let's talk about lyrics, because I know, Bowblax, you mentioned you want to talk about the lyrics call.
I mean, I kind of did, but then I thought about it more, and I was.
Oh, like, hold on now. I thought. Okay, well, I thought Nick wanted to like bring something up specifically about the call.
Oh, if Nick,
I'm good to go. Whenever you want to take the reins off, okay. I can just start like discussing it. So.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Keep going. No, if you have certain things you want to hit, that's fine.
Well, look, I watched a little bit of the lyrics call today or whatever, right? And the thing that confused me the most about that call specifically was it was just like the timing of like when Bowblax decided that he was like allowed to like be malicious. And I'll explain that quickly, right? So like Bowblax, you know, lyrics review. So Bowblax, you have this drama, right? Where your DMs with Alex Gekma get leaked. You know, you're having this like King of Nothing sort of feud with Nick on Chud Logic, right? So all this like Bowblax related drama is happening. Then Lyrics decides to review the Boo Boss debate, okay? And he is like, damn, you're pretty fucking manipulative in this fucking debate. That rubs your ass the wrong way. You know, you make a big thread on
Twitter. Rubbing his ass, hey, yo.
What the fuck?
DMs.
Fuck going on? Fuck type of niggas you, boy?
What going on in RFC? The fuck?
What type of niggas you going on in RFC, little niggas, what?
You decide to record him. But not only did you decide to record him, you decided, which honestly, the recording thing, I don't know if anyone really here has an issue with that. Just recording a call or whatever. Like, it makes sense to record a call just for, you know, protection.
See that they know the line, they know the Kuihman line already. They know my talk. Telepathically, they know my talking points already. Yeah. They're saying exactly what I'm saying because they believe the exact thing I believe because I believe it. Because I'm like the new Bowblax.
This nigga thinks he's Destiny. Who thinks he's a cartoon character?
I run the commentary community, and Nick DeOrio.
So
when I say jump, Nick DeOrio starts barking and asks how high.
My joke. You didn't say when or where too.
That's not the issue. The issue is you recorded a call with the intent to use it as content in some unspecified date in 2025. Right, and you decided that immediately. Can I get you to admit to this on stream? You decided to do that immediately when you started recording him. Is that true?
I decided the next day after the call when I listened back to it.
The next day. Okay, so just to be clear, I have it on my notes that you recorded that call on.
It was the 10th.
Okay. Right, on the 10th. Okay, so the next day, you wake up, you're like, fuck this guy. I'm going to release this private call as fucking content against Lyrics. Where in the call, Lyrics didn't even look bad. Lyrics looks like a nice guy just giving you, like, genuine fucking advice. You know what I mean? But you decided that he looks like an asshole, and you were going to leak that call on your fucking stream. I just want to know, like, why.
All right. Oh, these questions are fairly pointed. Do you mind if I just kind of
go ahead,
jump in a little bit here? Okay, so what was your thought process in hindsight, just plain English, what was your thought process and why you thought that call was valuable to publish?
I believed that when you, like, basically he had a misunderstanding of me. I try to explain the misunderstanding, and he says he understands, but also still thinks I'm a liar.
Bro, this is like, it sounds like he's tapping into that Twitter thread again. You know, the one Nick showed that apparently he sends around to explain his autism.
Autistic person says something.
Yes. The neurotypical person's misunderstanding it. Yep. The normies just don't get you. The normies will never understand.
That when you, like, basically he had a misunderstanding of me. I try to explain the misunderstanding, and he says he understands, but also still thinks I'm a liar. And then, like, that...
yeah, it is literally the. Oh my god!
You just broke
something serious, drastic has to happen to this guy. I said it is literally that. Like, it's not even like a joke anymore.
He's kind of the issue.
He's just explaining it verbatim.
Your internet is going crazy.
All right, so you know how to do me, boy. You know me, boy.
I had, and that was kind of the thought process behind potentially, making content on it.
So I guess you're mad because, to paraphrase, because he disagreed with your assessment of how the call went.
Of how the Boo Boss call went, yeah.
And how does that reflect on his character, I guess? What is the... Because you said you were going to do a bully stream on him. I'm wondering what your initial angle was.
The initial angle for the bully stream is that he said, like, oh, I wish you the best or whatever. But then I see, like, multiple days later, he's still doing a stream on me. So I, like, poke him a little bit in the chat, and he, like gets really desperate, like, oh, where's the Bowblax content? Oh, let's bring Kuihman. Oh, I need Bowblax content. I'm starving for Bowblax content. Like, and I'm like, if you mean the best for me, like, why are you being so desperate to, like, make content out of me days after the fact, right? So I was going to bully him for how desperate he was to get any Bowblax content that he... Yeah, that was essentially the initial plan.
The problem is you're kind of angling... The bully streams are like to insult Tipster, who's like a disgusting waste of human life, and you're now like kind of inserting your own personal beef with Lyrics in there. That's, again, this is very personal to you. It wouldn't really land as well. Do you think that any of the things you're saying here kind of fly in the face of your criticisms of Keemstar, for example, someone who I guess routinely flies off the handle at I guess light criticisms that are levied his way, and sort of push the envelope a lot there, and spurg out a bit? Do you think that there's any comparison being made?
I overreacted for sure.
It's all you got Super Mario Sunshine ready on his fucking emulator.
Spurg out a bit. Do you think that there's any?
Tweeted it out.
I overreacted for sure. And in the same way that Keemstar would overreact and I would make fun of him, I mean, I overreacted. So it's like, yeah, sure. I mean.
So you talk about how you wanted to leak this phone call, and I guess you came to you came to the conclusion that it needed to be leaked a couple days after, or the day after it was filmed. You know, like you're Canadian, right? You don't really know how the U.S. government works, right?
Not fully, but yeah.
We have a legislative branch, we have an executive branch, we have a judicial branch. That way, our monarch, the president, can't just go and do a bunch of crazy shit. There's like certain aspects of our government that operate in checks and balances, and they prevent us from doing really stupid things. But any one part of the government can't get too powerful. Anywho, your version of that branch system,
Nick, after one conversation with Destiny, be like,
was Xylee, was Matt Pitt, Toastify, potentially. A lot of these content creators
this is a really
ran
gay
this
analogy.
through.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like the concept of
didn't have, like, we just didn't need that
sat
analogy.
down with
Wait, we don't. The analogy is just not necessary here whatsoever.
8 people told you to sit down and you stood up.
My understanding after speaking to them was they convinced you not to go forward with it.
Yeah, so they said in general it wasn't a good idea, but they didn't watch from what I know.
Wait. Take a step back.
Okay, good one.
Okay. See through the matrix here for a moment, all right? What if Nick's deliberately sounding like Destiny because Bobby is so insecure about the fact that all of his friends are now cozying up to Destiny? So Nick is deliberately trying to trigger him.
Psyop him.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. Now that.
That's not happening.
Except,
but it would be funny.
Like the specific people I was talking to, except for like Smaggle. The call. So I was like, well, I value their caution, but I want an opinion from someone who listened to the call. And I got a DM back the next day.
Deep, dude. Oh, fuck. One thing I'm actually really good at is convincing my waitress. Let me get 2 sides instead of 1.
Or from Toastify, where he was like, "You're right, this call is crazy," and I'm like, "Toastify,
don't you know he was trolling your ass? Like, don't you know that? Like,
no, I didn't.
Didn't?
No, I didn't.
He was fucking with you, stupid nigga.
Yeah.
So I ran with that.
Smith saying, Smaggle is the only one of these people I respect a lot, and I'm not kidding.
Nobody gives a fuck, Smith. You're a loser. You're a freak, Smith.
No, that's real. That's based.
Smith, what you care about is who gots to anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together.
Yeah.
So I ran with that. So basically, I invested more stock into Toastify's troll opinion than the other people's opinions because I knew he watched the call and he said it was crazy, and that was the only feedback I got at the time from someone who I knew watched the call. So I just thought I was right, I guess.
So, but I'm pretty sure that after you had this conversation with them, some of your friends were a little confused as to why your position changed so rapidly within the span of what seemed like an hour.
Spawning it off on Toastify? Well, I mean, to be fair, it was literally just Toastify and Smaggle that were telling him to post it, right? They were, like, gassing him up deliberately.
The point where Xylee reached out to you on your private account and said, hey, this seems like it flies in the face of everything we spoke about in our private call a couple of hours ago. Yes. And then you kicked her off your account.
Yeah. So what happened is, like, I was in call with Xylee and some other people, and we were watching because I came in. What happened? Like the whole, I guess, timeline is I came into the call, and it was just Smaggle and Toastify just did this rant on me. So I was just trying to like just talk about whatever, but you know he had questions and I was answering them. I think you hopped in for a second, was listening to him talking to me. And I felt weird about it afterward, I guess, maybe. So, like, I was ranting about it to, like...
Okay, this is, like, not quite true. These are the same people that exiled Salvo because he cheated on his wife or some gay reason like that. Yeah, Bowblax gets to stay. I'm pretty sure Salvo leaked Nick DeOrio's phone number twice.
Yeah, and it's not because he cheated on his wife.
Yeah, despite Keemstar helping him get unbanned from YouTube, he then immediately went on YouTube and uploaded 15 shorts making fun of Ethan Klein for being Jewish on a single day, and then got banned again. So it wasn't just for cheating on his wife.
Xylee, like, a little bit.
Nobody gives a fuck if a woman's being cheated on. Let's be serious for 1 second.
Time, like I wasn't like mad at him too much. I was just like, bro, I was trying to chill, and I'm getting like, I felt like I was getting interrogated. I don't know, but we went back and watched the call-in he had on Lorex's stream prior to him calling me, and dude, what he was saying, it was just like, it was making me go like fucking. I was like, what the fuck? I was really mad. And Xylee and them heard that or whatever, and then I left, and then I watched the rest on my own, and I got mad.
Well, the issue with the Ethan Klein juice stuff isn't the juice stuff. It's the fact that someone had just pulled strings to get him unbanned, and then he immediately tarnished that by throwing it away that day, spamming uploads, anti-Semitic uploads, and getting banned again. Like,
and
it's a good bit, but like you can't say it's not shitty.
And then I was like, wait, I just talked to Toastify and chilled things out. I should delete this, and then I deleted it. And I was...
No, other people do care, because that's why Keem doesn't help anyone else get unbanned anymore. So...
I don't know. It's just Xylee's all caps response just like freaked me out, and I was just like,
you see kind of why people think they can't really help you. Like, you think you have a conversation with somebody for an hour, 2 hours, and you kind of think you're at, like, you understand where they are, and then I guess in this case something came over you. You forgot that you kind of just had these conversations with these people, and you tweeted something crazy, and then immediately you soft block them and like kind of run. And then like now everyone's sitting here wondering like, what's Josh going to do? And then you go forward with a stream that, for lack of, I mean, let's be honest, it makes you look bad. People are really doubting your ability to do what you're currently doing. And we're not at June. We're not all the way back at the start of this manic breakdown. We're not at July during the BPD diagnosis. We're not at August 1st, the day you claimed you were going to come back. It's mid-September. So I guess, where do you think you're at right now?
My initial plan this mid-September was to kind of just come back, but like only really with like Twitterverses, maybe some Bowboard videos. I was like really easing into it, and like maybe responding to some people here and there, like that Smaggle tweet or whatever, and then like and like just, you know, interacting with people, hopping in the Discord server every once in a while, like I did when Smaggle and Toastify were there. I was just, I was coming back, but I wasn't trying to come back into like drama, like full force, like bully stream, Mayo monkey mode. I was just.
But do you think that you're kind of acting in ways that would be, you know?
You kind of like can't do that anymore, Bowblax, because you kind of like showing your ass. You kind of like can't do bully streams once you act like a complete spurg. Once you've been worse than anyone you could possibly bully.
There, I was just, I was coming back, but I wasn't trying to come back into like drama, like full force, like bully stream, Mayo monkey mode. I was just.
But do you think that you're kind of acting in ways that would be, you know, comparable to self-destruction? I guess I wouldn't say self-harm, because that implies physical hurt.
Yeah.
Would you say you're engaging in acts of like self-destruction upon your own character?
Starting with how I reacted to the Lorex call, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if I'm going on break from social media, I'm not going on break from my job, especially after I just got a house. I am going to make Twitter versus Mr. Beast and collect my $10,000.
Okay, Nick is fucking with this guy. Nick is fucking with this guy.
Lorex call, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if I'm going on break from social media, I'm not going on break from my job, especially after I just got a house. I am going to make Twitter versus Mr. Beast and collect my $10,000 for passing go. You seem like you don't want to do Twitter versus anymore.
Don't forget that a bunch of people saying I was an unhinged piece of shit for making that comment about his fucking mortgage, by the way.
No.
What makes you money?
Oh, okay. I am gonna continue to do Twitter versus. My plan is to cover more broad topics, such as I was gonna do Twitter versus PS5 Pro before this whole Lorex stuff happened and kind of distracted me.
I think even before that, we were talking about Twitter versus the Minecraft movie. How come you didn't make that video?
I was going to. And it's
and then what happened?
Done, honestly, I'm almost done it.
It's because Connor. It's because Connor stopped personal for him, and he hasn't been used to making his own video for like months. So he's like, "Fuck this shit."
Augie, shut up.
Ease back.
You don't need
your dumbass up.
Okay,
Augie, that was worthless.
I sent Nick questions that I wanted him to ask. So if Nick asks what his best time on Empire City is, okay, we'll know Nick has succeeded fully. All right. That's the benchmark.
Editor for Twitter Versus. You can get a researcher. This is not like a high value edit. This should be like autopilot for you after this much time. This is like free money that's easily printable.
Yeah, but I was working on it, and then all this drama happened, and honestly, I just, even looking at tweets that aren't related to like Bowblax or whatever, it was really hard to mute everybody talking about me and like get all the tweets.
I get that, but this is something that, I mean, we've talked about this. I know you want to move away from Twitter Versus in some capacity or downsize it, and I understand why you want to do that, but like, you know me, right? YouTube is not my job. I have a job that I do 40 hours a week. Okay, every single week I do my job. You don't hear about my job. I just get up and I do my job. Yeah. Then I come and do my extracurricular activities like live streaming, things that I like to do. Now, it's lucrative, it's fun, but even if it wasn't, I'd still be doing it, right? You need to wake up in the morning and do your job. And there's going to be plenty of time to do those extracurricular activities because I don't know what else you got going on. I think you need to dedicate at least 4 to 5 hours a day on Twitter Versus. Well, even if you can't salvage anything in this community, that needs to be your go-to because those people aren't going to know about this conversation.
Thing, all right. I think that a lot of this extends from like, you don't like doing Twitter Versus because you don't want to just be the guy that reads tweets. Like a lot of this extends.
Well, can I respond?
Go ahead.
Nope. Oh no.
Press him.
But yeah, but Augie's got to come back to that. That needs to be really spoken about. I feel like that's a key point here.
Like a lot of this extends.
Well, can I respond?
Go ahead.
Before we elaborate on
you
that?
Ain't shit.
Yeah. Yeah. You say that, and I agree with you. And I am going to get back into doing content. I've started to do that.
Steve, you're such a fucking asshole about Nick, man. Every day I wake up and drive the boat at the Willy Wonka factory for 40 hours a week.
Yeah, but, you know, you think I should have started doing it earlier. I just felt like, you know, I needed a little more time, I guess. And now I'm back. And I know it's, like, financially not, like, risky, but
if you're reading Twitter, why not just put the tweets in a video? We're going to get to the money stuff later, but you don't need a social aspect of your life to make Twitter Versus. That's almost separate from every other thing that's going on. There's no community there.
Yeah, I just I haven't been able to do very clear and concise voiceovers until recently that don't sound just
Wait, what? Wait, what? Why?
He's never been able to do clear and concise voice. What is he talking about? You just have to read the tweet, retard. What?
Recently, that don't sound just.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Why? Wait, what's going on?
What are you talking about? You have performance anxiety?
Wait, what's going on there?
Oh no!
You could replace your voice with AI.
I could look into that. No,
that wasn't the point of that comment.
I'm just saying I wasn't ready to come back until mid-September.
I'm just saying Homelander couldn't make me beg for $2,000 before I just make Twitter Versus.
Oh, that was me. That was me panicking. I didn't check my.
Did anyone catch that Gore Slap reference?
Money came into.
Bro, what the fuck is going on right now? Okay,
but you realize that that's like trickled up from you, right, Stylo? Saying shit like Batman couldn't get that out of me, you couldn't waterboard that out of me. You've made these comments. That's trickled up.
Wait, but like, you understand the waterboarding thing is like a real thing?
Yeah, but you made the Batman comment several times as well.
This is turning into like
Kuihman.
I don't. It's happened. It's happened. I tell you, it's trickled up.
And there it is. Chad, you saw it happen.
All right, this stream's turning into like Nicholas DeOrio gives Bowblax like life advice or whatever, right? I don't know if that's the direction the stream should go into, whatever, right?
Yeah, I'm just
rolling DeOrio. I don't think.
What are you raging about?
No, that's not true. I have spoken to him once.
you seasoning?
I'm not having a Kuihman. I'm based.
Well, it's just like, okay, let's talk about the issues here or whatever, right? Let's talk about like what's going on.
Sure. All right. New topic. Hospital. Let's talk about things that occurred at the hospital.
Jesus.
Okay, this is juicy enough for you, right? You want to jump right to the juicy stuff? Let's talk to the juicy stuff. Okay, so you told me you were getting tested for BPD one day prior to your alleged diagnosis. Why did you choose to go to a hospital to get this test done?
You know that freak out I had on you?
Oh,
I had an
brother,
even worse freak out on my best friend, and he convinced me to go to ER.
So the following day, I'm guessing?
I don't remember I'd have to look up the exact dates. I think it was.
Yeah, you told me you were getting. Okay, well, you were in the ER.
Day, or I can look it up. I can look it up. Well,
sure.
I can look it up. I'm just not remembering the dates. I'm not trying to lie or whatever.
Because I believe it was the freak out was on the 21st. You told me you were going to go get tested for BPD on the 22nd. On the 23rd, you told me you likely had it. Same day you tell Connor you absolutely had it. I'm sorry, the same day you tell Alex Gekmo you had it, and you were receiving medication for it. And the following day you'd tell Connor that you had it. And
I'm remembering the timeline of events. After I freaked out on you, I scheduled a doctor's appointment that would have occurred a week from now. Because of I don't know how it is in US, but maybe because of Candy's free healthcare. I don't know. It takes like a week after you do the appointment, right?
What kind of doctor, I guess, is this? Like a psychiatrist?
My family doctor. Just my family doctor.
You were going to go to a family doctor.
I was starting the process of just talking about it and getting help, you know?
Sure.
And then I had the freak out on my best friend, and that's when I went to ER.
This guy's got a 300K YouTube channel. I assume Canada still has private options for healthcare, no? Why are you not just going to a fucking psychiatrist, bro? Just go actually speak to like an actual mental health professional with some of your fucking YouTube money and actually get this fucking sorted. Why are you going to a GP? It makes no sense. GPs are fucking useless for this shit.
Well, it's probably because like he knows the GP and he's too like scared to go to like a new one, find a new doctor.
Was 4 days. I went to ER on Tuesday, but my doctor's appointment was meant to be on Friday. So I basically just I'm too crazy. I need to like do it now, essentially type thing. So when I told you I was getting help, that's when I scheduled the appointment. And yeah. So
where did this thought of like,
I was like waiting.
You had BPD in your head within hours of having this fight with me. Where did that come from? I've heard conflicting things.
But what I'm saying is this guy's got mania that is causing it impossible for him to do his job, apparently. Why are you fucking around with waiting weeks for GP appointments, getting referrals, waiting for your fucking referred appointment on the free healthcare to go and fucking get your brain checked? Why are you doing that? Why not just go? You have a 300K sub YouTube channel. You should not be slumming it like this.
About it. So I just want a definitive. Why did you think you had BPD?
Well, BPD, from what I know, the two things, and I'm not
which ain't shit
or whatever, and I apologize if like I get this wrong. I know a lot of people have been like kind of upset about me, like maybe trivializing stuff they have or whatever. I'm not trying.
He thinks like the minimizing of like the condition is the issue. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not like the lying.
The two things, and I'm not a professional or whatever, and I apologize if like I get this wrong. I know a lot of people have been like kind of upset about me, like maybe trivializing stuff they have or whatever. I'm not trying to do that, but from my understanding, BPD can develop from past experiences that are traumatic.
Wait, can you tell chat what you mean by BPD, just in plain English?
Personality disorder.
Okay.
And
borderline personality.
And my experience is that the result of BPD is that you'll have extreme feelings towards a person. Like you think someone's a god, and then you'll think they're the devil like the next second. And my mood swings were that crazy where that was happening. Like, for example, I was like shitting on my best friend and then like apologized like immediately after, and we went.
Did you ever think Lyrics was the devil?
What? Apologizing isn't the opposite.
Not exactly, but I was very mad at him.
Okay.
I mean, that's obviously hyperbolic. I don't think like these people act, but yeah, like my mood swings were like extreme, and I just like felt like that's what was it, and I was like looking, I don't know, so I just. That's why I said I'm 99% sure. And then I also got medication that is used for people who have BPD, like people that I know
it's also used for people who are manic.
Yeah, and it was prescribed to me for the
Seroquel is like the generic. Okay, so it was prescribed to you for mania.
For the mania.
That's good.
Yeah.
So did you go to the ER because you wanted to get tested for borderline personality disorder, or did you go to the ER because you were manic?
I went to the ER because my friends knew I was manic, but I thought I had BPD.
Okay. And what did they tell you at the ER? What did the doctor say?
They said to take the medication, and
I just saw someone said my name in chat. Did I get mentioned on this, or is it just someone saying it in chat?
No, he described BPD as like 1 minute you'll think someone's a god, the next you'll think they're the devil, and that's for the Kuihman is the devil.
Follow up in a week if it's working.
Did they give you any indication that you had borderline personality disorder?
I talked with them about the possibility of it, and they said it's possible, but I'd need like more. They'll follow up with me. That's why I said that's why I was convinced that like I would get diagnosed with it like relatively quickly, because I thought that they said
it's possible you have it, so your jump
they
was,
said it's possible.
I'll likely be diagnosed very soon.
Yeah, that's why I said 99% to you.
That makes total sense, right? I'm pretty sure that was up to 99%.
Yeah. Would you looking back on that? Would you say now that you were 99% diagnosed on that day? It sounds like they asked you just I don't know, go ask somebody else. It's possible is not a strong indicator that you have
it was just the first visit. There wasn't enough time. Like I wasn't given.
What, then why'd you say 99%? Then why'd you say 99%? Dude.
It sounds like they asked you just I don't know, go ask somebody else.
Dude, this is
it's
so
possible
crazy.
Is not a strong indicator that you have
it was just the first visit. There wasn't enough time. Like I wasn't given a diagnosis. No, I was just given the medication.
So where did BPD come from exactly? I guess it's just you Googled it.
I assumed it because the meds that I assumed it initially because of number one, because of the ways I've heard it manifests, and then which align with like stuff I've experienced in the past. And then number two is the extreme mood swings on like opinions of people.
But where are you getting this information other than the book that you got on obviously the book came out, I believe it was August 5th. This is in late July. Where are you getting this information? Is this something the doctor told you, or is this something you got on WebMD?
Someone who I was talking to who had BPD
put the
idea in my head.
Oh.
Okay, so we're
let's press on this girlfriend. Let's talk about this girlfriend, Joshua. I want to hear all about this girlfriend you had.
This information other than the book that you got on obviously the book came, I believe it was August 5th. This is in late July. Where are you getting this information? Is this something the doctor told you, or is this something you got on WebMD?
Someone who I was talking to who had BPD put the idea in my head.
Okay, so we're back to it
but
wasn't
I don't want to go into that.
I'm not going to ask you any questions about it, but I'm wondering why you're telling people publicly that you found it online when you had a very different excuse for me. Again, it's a different position. You said you were convinced you had BPD by a
because I didn't want that detail about my life to be public. Bro. So I just said,
well, yeah, we're not making it public. I'm not giving you any names or anything to go by.
It's not about you don't want it public, sure, then don't comment. But you chose to lie, right? That's it.
True.
You don't have to make anything public, but it's different when you start lying.
The fact that you had a partner at any given moment doesn't even imply gender. So I don't really understand what the wiggle room here is.
Wait, you're saying why I said that I thought I got BPD from Google when I actually got the idea from the person?
Yes.
Right? Because I didn't want to give any indication that person existed. Because I just didn't.
Is there any indication that person exists, Josh?
I was going to say, I don't think there is any.
The knowledge that people knew about.
Okay, I don't know. Sure, I don't know. Augie, have you had an ex-girlfriend?
Oh, listen, man. Yeah, sure.
You think, oh, that's actually bad for you because you're an incel.
Listen, you didn't have to blow my fucking spot like that.
A girlfriend in the past,
fuck are you talking about? Yeah.
You be afraid that I'm gonna like dox her now?
Because we're getting into very personal territory here, man.
No, we're not. We're not. It's not the normal question to ask somebody who's 27 years old.
Okay.
Oh my god.
If
Augie can't hold fame for shit, bro. He always got to make a joke.
Was normal,
that's fucked up.
I would have mentioned that.
This is why people think we're weird, okay?
Which is why I can't.
Oh, you have a girlfriend at 27 years old. People are like, whoa, Nick. I mean, that's a real personal question.
It's fine that people. No, but with this person in particular, it's an explosive situation that I do not want to have leak into online discourse at all. If this was a normal person dude, I don't want to say too much, but like in normal circumstances,
keep him talking. You will just say too much.
Mentioned it, but I'm trying to avoid talking about this particular scenario online.
Sure. Okay.
In particular.
Have you at any point since then, because obviously we're talking about what happened in July, right?
Yes.
And by the way, just to be clear, you told me that the next time we spoke was September. That was a lie. We spoke in August. If you check your call logs, you'll find that's the case.
No, the first conversation we had, once I knew that it maybe wasn't BPD, like I wasn't as convinced.
You never knew that it was BPD.
What was the change? What factor made your opinion change there? What event made your opinion change there? Because you were never told it was BPD. You brought up BPD and they said, it's possible. So what were you given that changed your mind?
So you'll find that's the case.
No, the first conversation we had, once I knew that it maybe wasn't BPD, like I wasn't as convinced.
You never knew that it was BPD. You kind of just demonstrated that.
Yeah, but I thought it was, That's what I'm saying.
Wait, is this like a Boogie moment? Like, hold on now.
Yes.
It's worse than Boogie.
Yes, I think
everyone keeps saying it is Boogie. It's worse than Boogie.
Why did you say it wasn't?
Boogie spoke to a doctor.
What do you mean?
Well, yesterday you were adamant that it was not a Boogie moment, but you went public with a diagnosis you didn't have. Well, you didn't go public. I apologize.
That's different.
Not really. You took it to several different people, and the reason why I think it's as bad, if not worse, is you were actively using this to your advantage. You were using this to explain why you had a really embarrassing interaction with myself. I guess
bro, the destiny pad is getting to me.
Him.
Oh, it's all getting under your skin now.
That would add an extra person on the list. I think you actually described me as your victim at one point in messages, but you did this with Connor, you did this with Alex, and yesterday you were telling me you felt like you owed Alex an explanation.
I think it's actually really cool to complete your wholesale rip someone's speaking pattern. What's the problem with that?
Well, it's disgusting.
As to why this even occurred in the first place. I personally don't think that's true. I think you're lying. I think that you wanted him not to release those
Why would you bother developing a personality when there are so many out there that you could copy?
Messages. So you went, hey, I have BPD.
Like the personality of like
I'm better. Please don't leak my
person. DM. Have you thought about this? He's like evil. He's like an evil person.
It wasn't about. Okay, you said a lot there.
Sure. Sure, I can start, and then I'll jump in when necessary.
So I'll just respond with the Alex thing. So with that, I felt like because I did freak out on him, and it was so abnormal for my behavior, I did want to explain it to him. Ultimately, I wanted him to say, "My bad. I'm sorry. I feel bad for you." I wanted him to say that to me. That was basically
why did you want a random person on Twitter to say, "I'm sorry, I feel bad for you"? What compels you to have that request?
I wanted.
How could you criticize Tipster if you're gonna? You wrote. I think it was. I think your position was.
Hey, look at the name of this document, dude.
was that on the 24th, it was that Alex Gekmo is an evil fuck and that everyone should ban him.
I was mad that he wasn't
sure.
showing sympathy towards me. Because I was mad at how he was like so aggressive towards me.
And that's after the fact, and that's perfectly fine. But the day before, you told me that Alex Gekmo is a retarded F slur. So that's
well, yeah.
That's before that.
I was mad at him.
So sandwiched right in between him being a retarded F slur and being someone who should be deplatformed on all platforms, you found it in your heart to think like, hey, dude, I guess I owe you an explanation.
Well, I can hate someone, but also like feel like I owe them an explanation. Like it's about like my morals.
You said this before.
What did you say that explanation was? What were you explaining to them? What did you want?
Well, that this was like just a bad moment for me, and that like I wouldn't be crazy with him again in DMs, I guess.
Sure, but what was the bad moment? What was the solution to the problem? It was that you got medicated for BPD. That's why it's a
because I thought it was BPD.
Yeah, you ran to Alex and you said, hey, please don't leak. I have BPD. I got new meds. I'm sorry for freaking out. The freak out being the conversation you had. This is why I think what you're doing is bad. You also sent messages to Alex saying, hey, listen, please don't leak my messages.
It's just disgusting.
I'm not myself right now.
I can't
leave the tweets up if you...
What? You also
it's just so crazy.
Yeah,
it's just so fucking insane. These people, bro.
Oh my god.
It's like having no soul. Jesus
Christ. And you said, hey, please don't leak. I have BPD. I got new meds.
Please don't leak. I have BPD. I got new meds. Oh my god.
I'm sorry for freaking out. The freak out being the conversation you had. This is why I think what you're doing is bad. You also sent messages to Alex saying, hey, listen, please don't leak my messages. I'm not myself right now. You can leave the tweets up if you want, but yeah, I'd appreciate it if you didn't mention this DM convo. And I'm not being crazy because of this tweet. It's because of other things in my life. So,
I mean, the tweet.
It's like he used to be somebody else, and now he's like this guy.
Dude, this is like pretty boring right now. I can't lie. I feel like it's just like pulling teeth, trying to get this fucking retard to do anything or like actually address a point.
What?
I think this is pretty cut and dry, Josh.
Yeah, I lied about having BPD. I thought I had BPD, but like I was lying to myself.
Did you lie about it, or
did you think
that's
you
a
had
pretty
it?
big, that's a pretty big admission right there.
Okay, he was lying to himself as well.
I was lying to myself as well, but also I could have it, I guess. But...
So it's like 20 different things. That's so bro.
I had BPD, but like I was
less
enjoyable.
Did you lie about it, or
that's a pretty big admission right there. Yeah,
this is crazy.
Yeah, I was lying to myself as well, but also I could have it, I guess. But I mean, ultimately, like I don't have the diagnosis, so like until I do, I don't have it. Essentially, I guess.
Yeah, but my point is that you said that you needed to give him an explanation before going to the ER as to why you went crazy in his DMs. And that's a lie, because you went to Alex and you told him after you went to the ER, thus the wristband of the hospital, that you had BPD, you got new meds, and you're better now.
Well, I gave him an explanation before and after. I gave him two, I suppose. I mean, whatever's like in that DMs is what I explained, right?
Sure.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, like one of your biggest issues with my coverage in particular is you said to Connor that you were you hadn't explained yourself properly. One thing I noticed in a lot of Bowblax conversations over the years is that oftentimes when people think you're wrong, usually you think it's a massive misunderstanding. That it's not you being malicious, it's everybody else not understanding what's happening. Yes. And then it's causing certain issues that aren't really big issues. In this case, the misunderstanding is that this was never about BPD ever. The reason all this was happening was because of hypomania. The main confusion is that my freak out was caused by BPD. I legit thought that in July because I was manic. So I'm confused. So it was now it's in hindsight, the confusion is you told everybody the incorrect thing, and that's my fault for the way that I'm discussing it on stream.
No, I didn't say it was your fault. I said that was like the confusion. It's justified confusion.
Well, it's not confusion. It's what you said.
Well,
it's your confusion.
Yeah. It's my confusion that I put onto you guys, I guess. I made, yeah.
Sure.
I'm not blaming you. Your coverage was fine. From what I saw. I only saw the first 50 minutes of your clipped video.
Why did you tell lyrics or imply?
Yeah, Nick needs to seriously interrogate this whole Tails cabin scene situation. I feel like that's what we really need to be going over right now. Like, what did you think, Bowblax? Recollect that scene for us. What happens in the Tails cabin scene exactly? What position are the characters in? What's the tone of the scene? What sort of music is playing?
That I coerced you into going on the Chud Logic call. Like, you didn't even know he was streaming. You were caught off guard. Do you think that you weren't adequately prepared for what you were walking into?
How
could I?
Yeah, but I went in on myself, so that's my fault.
Well, no. Just to be clear, it was, hey, would you like to chat on Chud's stream?
Oh my!
Sure, give me a sec. I'm
actually sickening. I actually can't cope.
Are you sure?
Bro.
They're baiting content.
I actually
Alex
cannot
just
listen
leaked
to
your
this.
DMs.
Oh
Only come on
Y'all
if you're
wouldn't
100% sure you want to have this chat publicly.
Okay, well, Stylo literally cannot take the Destinyisms. Literally out from the Destiny. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because I had no clue they were going to do that. Then you said, fuck man, normally I would. It's easily explained, but I'm not 100% myself mentally right now. I'll hop on for a bit though. I'll talk about King of Nothing, but not much about Alex. And then I said, I'm willing to call you and talk to you offline. I didn't know that they were...
Guys, now is actually a great time. Let's do a quick show. Let's do a quick show now, actually. Let's do a show. Guys, there's 297 people here, 121 likes on the stream. That means there's about 170 people who could be liking the stream but haven't. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind moving your cursor, thumbs up, and clicking it, or pressing a thumbs up on your mobile device, that'd be hugely appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support even further, you can donate directly through the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can buy a membership to the YouTube channel, you can gift a membership to the channel, you can gift a whole bunch of memberships to the channel randomly throughout the chat. You can buy a super chat, which will highlight a message and read out on TTS, or you can buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF that will be highlighted in chat, and I'll describe it to you. You can join discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you.
We're going to use that comment to bring up other stuff. It feels weird. Let's do this in private after it feels weird to do this in private after I commented publicly, but Alex just dumped all your DMs, so it kind of changes the board. And to that you responded, I'll hop on. So how were you not adequately prepared for what you decided willingly to do?
Crazy that Stylo pulled a President Sundayism by leaving. That's true. Skinwalking.
I was prepared, I suppose. But I wasn't prepared for the Kuihman calling, and I should have left when that happened.
In that case, I asked them.
Mention. I
was prepared, I suppose. But I wasn't prepared for the Kuihman calling, and I should have left when that happened.
In that case, I asked them not to bring him in. Again,
yeah, that's not your fault. I'm not.
You kind of implied that it was to Lyric, so that's why
yeah. I guess I just worded it badly. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Jesus.
By the way, and again, while we're talking, because we were talking about this whole Alex thing before with BPD and new meds. Again, I haven't really shown. This is my conversation with you. You specifically said the BPD that you were 99% sure you had explains all of your impulsive outbursts.
I felt it did.
Bowblax was not ready. He was ready for everything, but not me. Yeah, that everything. He was ready for anything to happen on that call. He was warned. He was told it was farming content. He thought he was ready, but he wasn't. What a shame. What a sad state of affairs. 13 years in the game. 13 years in the YouTube game. Okay. Immediately folded, scalped, feased, felted. In one goal.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I was just trying to look for a reason to why I was acting that way, you know.
Well, why did I not find out until September that you really didn't have BPD?
Because it didn't come up in conversation until then, I suppose.
Because you, dude, I didn't you tell me about your big new diagnosis and all the time you have to take off for mental health. You asked me for $2,000 and you didn't think to come back and say, "Hey, glad you didn't give me that money because turns out I could have been working the whole time."
The inventor, the creator of the commentary community, Bowblax. the light Yagami of the commentary community, Bowblax. Playing 4D chess behind the scenes the whole time in one call.
And all the time you have to take off for mental health. You asked me for $2,000 and you didn't think to come back and say, "Hey, glad you didn't give me that money because turns out I could have been working the whole time."
Wait, no, I couldn't have.
Yeah, dude, that's the 25th. You got diagnosed on the 23rd. This is like 2 days after you get BPD. You messaged me, "Hey, Nick, I need 2,000 Canadian dollars to pay my mortgage."
It was mania, not BPD. I can't really work under the mental state I was in at the time.
What's different from then to now? How do I know if I'm talking to Manic Bowblax? How can I?
I guess you don't, because I wasn't really online that much during.
So at no point, nothing you say can be used against you, because at any moment you could slip into a state of mania.
You've been online though. Like I've seen you say you were taking breaks or whatever. Like you've been taking breaks from Twitter. I
wasn't looking at the drama cycle.
Well, when have the breaks occurred?
Sorry.
Because it's like I don't know.
From mid-July to like basically like a couple weeks ago.
He took a break from his money. He took a break from his main channel. This makes no sense to me. You're reading Twitter. What's the point?
Well, when you say you're taking a break,
I wasn't looking at like any of the. I didn't know anything about the Mr. Beast drama. Really, I didn't know about like much.
Yeah, you took a break from making money, retard. You were still reading like hate posts about yourself, or seething on your private Twitter and crying and bitching and whining the whole time.
At all. I did do a couple streams here and there on like some funny things that I saw on my own volition. Like there was a Sonic.
Blasito98 super chatted $1.99. Has this been your biggest W yet?
It's probably my most direct because I actually was in a call with him. Well, I mean, Nux and Muta were probably bigger, and they're taking hits with talking points that I've been saying for a while. Okay. So, but this one was the only one where it's like really direct. I think Brianna Wu, I probably would say it was probably a bigger win as well, if we're talking about direct wins. Duma was also really good. Yeah.
I saw, but I wasn't like, my break was more a break from looking at all the drama and like worrying about what to make next. So like, I can make Twitter versus videos when I'm, you know, in the state or whatever state, right? Because it's just reading tweets. But what I couldn't handle was going on Twitter and actually like looking for those tweets and fucking, you know, doing all that stuff. I just didn't want to like look at the new drama that was happening. I needed like a complete break from the whole drama world, essentially.
So just to be clear, we're all on board that this was mania, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then why did you say 2 days ago that you still think you have BPD?
It could be both. But
personally, you think you have VPD, but I thought it was mania.
100% what happened was a manic break, okay? But like, I'm like, I don't know what else I would get diagnosed with if I'm gonna get checked and see what's up.
Tell me if I'm crazy here, because when you told me you had BPD, that was where Nick's head went. Oh. That's why he had this crazy rant. That again, you quoted saying that you hadn't had a rant, like you hadn't had a breakdown like this in 6 years. That was your direct quote. 6 years it's been since this happened. Obviously, something must be new. Something must have changed. So when you tell me I have BPD, my brain goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. There's a new thing happening here that Josh hadn't been previously dealing with. He's unmedicated. Maybe this will help him. Now you're telling me it was mania and you've always been manic. No. What am I supposed to do with this information?
Wait, what? I'm not saying I've always been manic. I'm saying I had my manic break in July.
My understanding is that you've had problems with being manic on and off in the past. Is that not true?
No, I haven't.
So you've been diagnosed with mania in the last couple months. I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, I'm getting word from like Aiden. He's telling me he's not manic. You can't get diagnosed with mania. Mania is a symptom of bipolar. Ask if he's been diagnosed with it.
Well, he's saying hypomania. He's saying hypomania. That's what he said in the DMs, right? That's like they're different. Mania and hypomania.
Mania runs in my family, and someone in my family had a manic break like a couple of years ago. It's like very heavily like in my family genes to have.
But you know, we're moving from one non-diagnosis, no answer, to another non-diagnosis, no answer. And like, have you spoken to a physician recently about, or have you spoken to a therapist at any point about any of the stuff that's been going on here?
Speak.
I've been scheduled an appointment.
I think I just got a diet, but it's not showing up. What was that?
But it's
what exactly have you been doing to better yourself, knowing that in this time frame?
Thank you for the 333. Thank you.
Since then, you've come back to making content.
What I've been doing to better myself.
Sure. Yeah, like what did you do that made you feel like you could come back to make content? How do I know you're putting the best foot forward?
Because after, you know, a couple months of just like not looking at drama and doing other things and keeping myself occupied, like I edited together like some of my old Let's Plays and re-uploaded on like my you know, other channel or whatever.
I'm hearing a lot of stuff about content.
To, like, slow down
yeah, but what have you done other than just waiting it out? What have you been doing to better yourself?
Well, I've been looking into the book. I've been doing.
This is the BPD book you ordered off of Amazon, by the way. Dude, you've just said you don't have BPD. The fuck you bringing up the BPD book for, bruh? The fuck you bringing up the Amazon BPD for dummies ass book for, dude? What the fuck?
Doing a lot of self-reflection on like my life in general, which is part of the reason like I've been going back to like some old Let's Plays a little bit. I mean, that's like, you know, I'm really.
So you're treating your mania with Sonic the Hedgehog Let's Plays.
No.
Nick, stop, Nick.
Like my life in general, which is part of the reason like I've been going back to like some old Let's Plays a little bit. I mean, that's like, you know, I'm really.
So you're treating your mania with Sonic the Hedgehog Let's Plays.
No, dude. That's just
dude. That's what you just said. You were just saying you're trying to center yourself, you're being mindful, you're being calm by going back and watching some old Chugga Convoy Let's Plays. Oh my god.
Well, you're not giving me anything here.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to. Like I've been like I said, I've been like looking through like the workbook. I've been like trying to like focus on like what
the workbook.
Like I've been trying to focus on my mind and my mental state and like what can I do to like improve it like long term in the future and stuff, you know. And so I've been like looking at therapists, trying to find the right one.
You couldn't get a single appointment in 2 months in Canada. Is that how bad Canada's medical care is?
Go private. You're a 300k sub YouTuber. Why are you on the public healthcare system?
Like I've been trying to focus on my mind and my mental state and like what can I do to like improve it like long term in the future and stuff, you know. And so I've been like looking at therapists, trying to find the right one.
You couldn't.
He should have paid Erudite $50. He should have just given Erudite $50. She can do that for you, Bobby.
Get a single appointment in 2 months in Canada. Is that how bad Canada's medical care is?
It's pretty slow. I mean, it's free healthcare, right?
When did you make the appointment, I guess?
I started looking into therapists in August.
Wait, so you had this hospital ER visit and you didn't make an appointment in July? You put it off till August?
First I needed to get an appointment with my doctor for him to recommend physicians, right? So like the therapist part didn't come into play into the process until.
But you said that you have a family member who suffered from a manic break. They didn't know a physician that you could reach out to. If this is something that runs in your family, you should probably have resources available to you.
Yeah, and I've been getting my resources from my family doctor, and we're going through the process.
So your family doctor is the person who's advising all of your other family members who've dealt with mania, all of their, like, they're just going to him, or do they have a specialist in mind that they go to? I'm sorry if that's too personal. I'm just wondering, because if you have resources and you know where these doctors are because your family is talking to the same kinds of people, why do you have to wait till your family physician? What is your physician going to tell you about?
So wait. Bowblax's life is just a complete mess. Let me just run through this for you, okay? Look, you're wondering why this guy's brain is fucking scrambled eggs, okay? Let me run through. Two trans sisters, two non-binary sisters, okay? Two, okay? Already winning the lottery, all right? Already winning the lottery. Divorced parents. Manic parents, manic family. Autism, ADHD, anxiety disorders, depression, asexual furry sister. This, yeah, where were they born? Were they born near Chernobyl? What's going on with this family? It's so fucking crazy. The most, I don't want to say any bad terminology used by people who would like to control who's allowed to reproduce, but there's a D word for this, I believe.
BPD.
Well, he'd refer me to a psychologist, but there's like ones that specify in different things, like, so I need to get the right one. Sure. I can't, like, yeah, I need a referral, you know?
You don't, retard, you make money, or you're supposed to.
Let me see. What else did I want to bring up? When it comes to, I had a couple more things I wanted to ask. Augie, can you throw Aiden out of the other chat? He's like spamming us and it's annoying.
Yeah, I've been...
Can you just like kick him?
Okay, I'll kick him.
Aiden is mad annoying, that's true. That Aiden guy is mad annoying, and that guy is like full blown. I don't know if he's a Destiny skinwalker. He might even be like an ask yourself skinwalker, I think. I don't even know if he's a Destiny skinwalker. He's like an ask yourself skinwalker, which is like, this is a whole different level. We are talking crazy here.
Thanks. Holy shit, it's like a message every second, bro. Put on a backseat driving. Sick. And we didn't even have to get paid to do that one. Jesus.
We actually just kicked Aiden without him being in the call. I mean, is he bringing up good shit though? Like, what is he? Okay, anyway.
No. All right. So okay, this is a question that I think a lot of the chat wanted to know, and fun question from me. When's the last time you did coke?
What? Okay.
I mean, is he bringing up good shit though? Like, what is he? Okay, anyway.
No. All right. So okay, this is a question that I think a lot of the chat wanted to know, and fun question from me. When's the last time you did coke?
With Andy Worski, that one.
With Andy Race-Worski, and wait, Andy Race-Worski's been back on the coke? Is that public, or is he leaking that? I thought Andy Race-Worski was meant to be clean. No.
Okay, this is a question that I think a lot of the chat wanted to know, and fun question from me. When's the last time you did coke?
Liana Taylor, or whatever the fuck her name is, in absolute shambles right now. Ashton, seething, pissing, and shitting.
With Andy Worski, that one line.
Wait.
Or not Andy Worski. Fucking
Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, wait. Uh-oh. Did it? Uh-oh.
Wait. Oh my god.
I was getting the jokes confused.
I thought Andy was clean.
No. Vito and Dick Masterson
okay, not Andy Ward.
Okay. No, I think okay. He did mean Dick. He meant Dick and Vito. No, I don't think he's lying. Unless Worski was with them. If Worski was with them, I would be convinced. But I don't think there's a separate time where he's done it. I think he did it with Dick and Vito. If Warski was there on that occasion, then yes. I bet he did. I will guarantee Warski did coke. If Warski was with them and they were doing coke, I would like fucking bet my life. No, he didn't switch it because he leaked, because we know that he did it with Dick, right? Nick leaked he did it with Dick. So that's obviously been spoken about previously. But if Warski was there, then yeah.
I tried one line, like everybody tried it, but I only tried one line because I didn't want
sure.
Man.
Yeah, I heard that you did a bunch of coke and then you played Sonic the Hedgehog on your Switch. Is that true?
Dude. No fucking way.
I tried one line, like everybody tried it, but I only
that's
tried
so
one
based.
line.
No, that's actually, you know what? That's fucking based. You know what? Actually, fuck it. No, that is actually based. I bet Sonic is fun on coke. Okay, give it to him. Okay, I bet it's fun on coke.
Man.
Yeah, I heard that you did a bunch of coke and then you played Sonic the Hedgehog on your Switch. Is that true?
No, I snorted the coke and then I debated Vito on Mr. Girl.
Dude, every time Andy...
I need a recording of this event. I need a secret recording of this event. Bro, what? No fucking way. What the fuck, dude? Dude, I bet you can imagine how hard is Bowblax spurging trying to debate whether Mr. Girl's a pedophile with Vito while fucked on coke. How manhandled do you think Vito was? He was by Vito. How fucking manhandled in that conversation.
Warski gets brought up. It's somebody talking about his medical history. I see King in the chat. Anywho, when's the last time you smoked weed?
Yes.
5 minutes ago,
shit.
right?
So
Come on.
Why are you smoking weed while you're taking antipsychotics?
Mood stabilizers. Retard.
Who's giving you that idea?
No one's given me the idea not to.
It's common sense.
Dude.
It dictates that you probably shouldn't smoke weed while you're taking antipsychotics. This goes back to the what are you doing to better
maybe I don't have
yourself?
that common sense. There we go. Okay.
Do you think you've had like a bad taste in music style, like weed psychosis, like breakdown? Like you've smoked so much weed that like your perception of reality is like all fucked up? Do you think that that's going on?
Well, before the manic break, I was actually like off of weed for a month, so maybe.
No way, that's so cap. That's cap. I'm calling bullshit right now.
Maybe not. It definitely, I mean, doesn't help. For sure. I mean, it's embarrassing to admit that I smoked yesterday, but yeah, I mean, I'm a bit of a mess, to be honest. A little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What would you say your 3 biggest fuck-ups were online?
Jesus, Nick.
In my whole career?
Well, no, I think this is a valuable question. What are your 3 biggest fuck-ups that you've ever done?
In my whole career, or just like, in this whole thing? Whole career, okay. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. That's a lot to think about. A lot of stuff has happened. You'll
Dude.
Really? Because again, I had a similar question on Chud's stream. I rattled off like 5 immediately. I'm just curious. I want to know what you think in your own words, with your own judgment, not coming out of Lyrics' mouth. What are your 3 biggest fuck-ups?
Well, I'm thinking I probably shouldn't mention anything prior to 2018. It's not relevant, right? So
whatever you feel confident in.
Number 1, calling Kobanamani 456 the N-word, probably biggest fuck up. You've
that didn't happen. He claimed it happened.
That was a pretty big fuck up you made.
Oh my god, Kobe. Oh my god.
Dude.
My 3 biggest fuck ups. Okay, I'll just like, I don't know if these are like the biggest fuck ups, but I'm just gonna rattle off like some fuck ups that I think I've had that are big, but I don't know if I could like stack, like properly rank them or whatever right now. But obviously, you know, my behavior during the Boo Boss shit's like a big thing, you know, me talking with you. Obviously, like the whole strike reaction. The Pokimane banana tweet is pretty huge from September of last year. I can't believe it's been a year since that already. I definitely feel like I kind of fainted a little bit back in the day.
Willie was right.
Old ass shit.
Instagram wake up. Obviously, I didn't conduct myself well.
What was your biggest problem with Instagram wake up? What did you do in that? Because it's easy to say like, oh, I
fucked up.
Yeah, it's easy to say I fucked up, but what did you fuck up?
I defended Twoon before and I defended Twoon for himself instead of letting him speak for himself, you know?
Do you find that you oftentimes spend like a large amount of time defending people, I guess, without probable cause to do so, even when they're not defending themselves?
Like Tipster?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like kind of blind fire?
Shit. Yeah.
You self-insert a lot?
I want to help out, that's all.
Augie, you ever seen this guy self-insert before, or am I crazy?
Self-insert, like, where he, like, has to, like, defend the guy?
Like, me and you are having a heated argument with somebody, right? And then there's Josh just to put a nice tweet out to remind everybody that he's still friends with everybody.
I can think of, like, technicals if we're going to get...
That definitely did happen. Yeah, that was one of those.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I know this criticism's been brought up a lot. My only issue with that was that during the technical situation, I thought that was fucking gay. I'm sure it's happened other times than that. That's the one that I noticed specifically.
You were kind of the last guy off the flamenco train too. You kind of gated that a little bit, kind of lagged behind. With King of Nothing.
I had a soft spot for flamenco for sure.
We just heard that earlier. We were just watching one of his autism videos. He said that he loves autistic people. If he hears someone's autistic, he's got a TARDAR that detects retards. And if he hears someone's autistic, he thinks even higher of them. So he had a soft spot for flamenco.
With King of Nothing, we chatted about it on stream, and you asked if I thought you were snaky because you leaked things that I said to him or leaked things that he said to me. I mean, just to be clear, he knows that you were telling me all that stuff?
Yes. Not specifically, but he knows that like I like talk shit, you know.
Oh, here it goes. So again, the same thing he tried doing when I spoke to him. Nick's like, so does he know that all the stuff that you're telling me? Bobby's like, well, not specifically.
Things that he said to me. I mean, just to be clear, he knows that you were telling me all that stuff?
Yes. Not specifically, but he knows that like I like talk shit, you know.
How much stuff did you tell him that I said?
Oh.
How much stuff did you tell him that I said?
This is rough. Oh no.
That I said to him or leaked things that he said to me. I mean, just to be clear, he knows that you were telling me all that stuff?
Yes. Not specifically, but he knows that like I like talk shit, you know.
How much stuff did you tell him that I said?
I would inform him on your public tweets mostly.
Nothing
like,
about
like,
have you seen
like the new Nick tweet? I'd say like, oh, Nick's mad.
Have you seen the new Nick tweet? Oh yeah, he's such a fucking idiot, isn't he? That's what these conversations were like. Dude, you just know he's such a snake, isn't he? He's such a little rat. He's such a little piece of shit. Just hide him behind autism. He's such a little nasty fucker.
Mad at you, bro. I'll say that.
No, but nothing about our private conversations?
No.
So how come you'd tell me all the stuff that he says in private, but you'd only tell him the stuff that I say in public?
Because what you say in public is basically what you say in private.
Sure, but there's probably some like things that aren't public, right? I mean, I can't possibly be only talking about the public talking points, right?
Yeah, but if I'm going to talk to King of Nothing about you, wouldn't I bring up the public points before ever getting to any private shit?
Not if the private shit was juicy.
Well, I guess I didn't think any of it was juicy enough to tell him. Maybe, but sure. I mean, the thing is, like, I probably, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's like fine. I was comfortable telling you things because he was fine with it. Like, he just didn't care. He's like, I'm like done with Nick. I don't give a fuck. Whatever.
How come in that conversation you didn't tell Chud Logic that you told me privately you wanted to run a month's worth of streams raping King of Nothing as soon as he backstabbed you?
I don't know if I said months worth of streams, but
I'm sorry. You wanted to run multiple bully streams shitting on him the first chance you got when he backstabbed you.
Well, we were complaining about like his conduct with like his videos and stuff, right? Which I'm annoyed at him with, and like the goofy shit he was doing, like the Ethereum comment, right? So it's like, if
Josh.
he backstabs me, then I'll have a chance to like lol about the Ethereum comment on a like stream. Like he was just doing goofy shit, and I'm like, dude, what?
Just about the Ethereum comment, guys. See, I was just mad at him over the Ethereum comment. That's why I said I was going to, you know, exploit my ruined friendship with this guy for money. Because of the Ethereum comment, right? Surely, right? Surely. Not just because he was trying to appeal to Nick in private conversations, acting like, oh yeah, I can't wait to farm this guy. And then you go to King of Nothing and you say, oh, I can't wait to farm that Nick guy.
Shit he was doing, like the Ethereum comment, right? So it's like, if he backstabs me, then I'll have a chance to like lol about the Ethereum comment on a like stream. Like, he was just doing goofy shit, and I'm like, dude,
why would you not just okay? But why do you not just say your actual opinions, whether you're friends with them or not? See, this is the thing. Even within this, he's admitting that he's completely compromised. That you should never. That no one. He's like completely compromised. He's saying, I'm not going to criticize my friends. I've got a criticism for my friend here, but I'm not going to go do a stream on it because I'm friends with the guy. Well, why the fuck would anyone listen to you then, retard?
Only I could fucking like rip into him for some of this like goofy ass shit. I did rip into him a little bit in private, but you know, I can't do it publicly on stream.
Why?
It's just, like, you know, kind of
such a
shitty
rat.
if I'm his friend, you know. So
sure, but you see how that kind of reframes that whole conversation. You were surprised when I said it was kind of snaky in the call. And again, I mean, we gossip all the time. I'm not going to condemn you for gossiping. And to be honest, I personally don't even care if you tell him every single thing I said about him in private. I just kind of know. I want to know where you stand on it, because I guess what you think matters here more than me.
Oh, in terms of it being snaky, I personally don't think when it comes to like talking between you and King of Nothing, I personally don't think I've crossed any like moral lines or have done anything like wrong by you or by him. But if we want to like define it as snaky, like objectively, I guess if that's the definition.
Yeah, to me that sounds like the tipster thing, where tipster's like, oh, my wife's fine with me talking to other women, like she doesn't care. It's like, why would King of Nothing here's my question though, why would King of Nothing consent to you sharing his private messages with his biggest enemy, Nick?
Why are you talking about, dude? What did I say? What? Sorry. 2 weeks ago, I was hearing, wow, Kuihman's the only one that cares about this. Kuihman's the only one that cares. King of Nothing doesn't care. Bobby doesn't care. Nick doesn't care. Why do you care? 2 weeks ago. But when Augie says it on the 20th of September, all of a sudden, we all care. Okay, that's fine.
I do have DMs of him saying it's okay.
Really?
But like, I don't. Yeah,
I'm not Ghostboxy. Chud did that to try and throw Bobby a line, but all of the fucking RFC speds fucking ran with it.
Maybe I don't want to like leak more.
He was just trying to take the pressure off. It's so obvious if you're not like totally fucking autistic and like a complete dipshit. That Chud was just trying to take. He's clearly trying to moderate that, trying to keep the pressure off of Bobby because I'm going hard at Bobby. He's trying to take the pressure off, throw Bobby a bit of life support, try and keep him afloat so he doesn't leave, so he doesn't spaz out. But these fucking retards, RFC dipshits, like, wow. So Kuihman's the only one that gets fucking idiots, man. And now all of a sudden it changes, of course.
DMs, but I guess.
I mean, you've already leaked some of his DMs to Nick, so what's the difference?
It's fine. It's fine.
I did.
No DMs.
Oh, okay.
He just told me everything they said in their Fortnite conversations. Like they would get on and play Fortnite.
Worse.
Yeah.
What do you mean? One day,
because we would argue. I would argue Nick's points to him, and then he would respond, and his responses were so like, bro, they were just so funny.
Is that true that you wanted to do a bunch of streams on him and you were just waiting for the moment where you could like accurately stab him in the back?
I would say if he backstabbed me, then I could do that.
But did you want that to happen?
Want him to
okay, you did not
me.
want that to happen.
No. Yeah. I mean, I have enough people to like make fun of, you know. I'm not going out of my way to like add to the list, you know, intentionally.
Yeah, what's
There's
like
no
a
one you can make fun of anymore, dude. There's no one you can make fun of anymore.
Like something King of Nothing's done that you would then be like, oh, okay, I can like fucking just shit on him and like just turn on him randomly.
He would have to like publicly say horrible shit about me or like go like, yeah, it would have to be something big.
So something big.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think we're ever gonna be on
like lyrics, like just calling you, like just hey man, let's talk about like, you know, a misconception we have about a stream I did recently. Like that was big enough for you to like want to like fucking backstab him or something, right? But King of Nothing would have to do something like extraordinary for you to like go after him.
Yeah, like you disagreed with lyrics and you were gonna dump his
right.
shit.
It's like the justification. This is the thing, right? What you decide is like backstab or like turn worthy, right? Doesn't it?
No, yes.
It seems pretty inconsistent.
It's only inconsistent. Well, it's inconsistent probably in a couple areas, but it.
Sorry, Kuihman, you aren't the next Augie. You know, watching this stream, I've never been more thankful that that's the case.
Primarily inconsistent with the Lorex thing. I overreacted. Like, I completely fucked up. Like, I don't agree with how I conducted myself with the Lorex thing anymore. And yeah, it is hypocritical to, you know, have like this long rope of tolerance for King of Nothing, but no tolerance for Lorex. And it's because I was pissed and I acted retarded.
Question: when did you decide that when did you change your mind on the lyric situation? When did you decide like I went too far?
After I premiered my stream, but over time, I've realized that I was more and more wrong.
What is the day that you decided that fuck, like I can't defend this, like how I treat lyrics, like I have to just completely like turn around and say that I fucked up? When did you come to that conclusion?
Partly when I made that tweet about lyrics, but fully, to be honest, today.
So today.
Before this, like, today.
Okay,
yeah.
well, that's what I wanted to get at, right? Today. Because, like, you called me before the stream and you were like, I fucked up or whatever, right? Remember that? And it's like...
Yes.
Immediately, it's like I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, okay, so today when we're announcing the stream, when it's like you, me, and Nick talking, all right, then you've decided, like, fuck, like, I can't defend this anymore.
It's because I spent the entire morning thinking about what I was going to say on the stream, and the more I thought about it, the more I realized I was in the wrong.
Right, when the
so like today was the most I've ever like reflected on the situation, like super hyper.
Yeah, but see, that's a problem.
I think you're kind of a crowd pleaser. I think that you want to tell the audience what they want to hear. I think you do that a lot.
Yep. And so he's in his personal relationships too.
I suppose, but I mean, and I was thinking of like saying certain things, but then I was like, I'm just gonna like let the conversations come and answer as honestly as possible. So
sure.
Right now, I'm not even looking at the chat. I haven't looked at the chat this whole time. So
You shouldn't.
I'm probably not pleasing the crowd. But yeah, I mean, ideally, when I went to the stream, I'm like, okay, how is the audience gonna best, absorb the information, and how can I say it in the right way and take responsibility and accountability? And I just realized, like, I'm just fucking wrong, so I just need to be open and honest. So it's like, that's.
But see, this is the problem, right?
Like, I can't.
So what you just said, right? So you said, like, when you made your initial Twitter apology, your half-ass apology, right? You were like kind of thinking, I might have fucked something up or whatever. But it was only until today, when the stream was about to go live, that you're like, wait a minute. Like, I can't defend this anymore, so I have to, like, change strategies. I have to be like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I can't do this anymore. That just comes across as, like, the definition of, like, disingenuous. Don't you see that?
I just took a long time to come to the conclusion that I was, like, fully wrong. I knew I was wrong for, like, sharing the call round and everything, but I didn't think I was wrong for the stream until today. I thought I was wrong. Yeah, the stream I didn't think I was wrong for until today. How? I don't know, dude.
You watched my video. You said you agree with 99% of what I said in the hour. That was me ripping into you for doing the stream. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I had to, and I watched that yesterday, and I had to, like, think on it, and then today I came to the conclusion that it's like,
dude.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm just slow, I guess.
Well, okay, so
no shit. Yeah, no shit, bro.
You think it's just slow?
You're just like,
I don't know.
Have you been diagnosed with that?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, you don't get to laugh. Stop laughing, Josh.
At what point is it just like?
I mean, like, yeah. At a certain point, like, I can't excuse any. Like, I fucked up. Like, that's all. Like, I mean,
how am I supposed to be friends with somebody who's got, like, who just is completely not in control? That you're not even at the fucking wheel. You're using full self-driving, but, like, the mania is on the road.
You don't have to be friends with me.
Okay, damn. But, like, that's not my point. I was friends with you for a while, dude.
I mean,
this is
wow.
I don't know. I just,
dude,
I mean,
yeah, no, I don't have any control. You don't have to be friends with me. It's so pathetic. What a gross little rat.
I don't know what. I fucked up.
That's pathetic.
Like,
so weak.
Jeez.
Like, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss.
Well, this is just.
I'm just doing what I don't know. I mean, I hope I've been clear enough. People can. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry.
What can you say right now that can quell people's fears that this is the new norm?
The new norm?
Yeah, dude. It ain't the same as the old norm.
If I continue to, like, get into fights and be antagonistic and basically do what I did with, like, Lorex or whatever, then yeah, feel free to, like, rip into me. But I'm pretty much just going to, from here on out, just, like, kind of chill, only respond, like, you know, just, like, not be involved really that much in drama. I'll cover some drama stuff on Twitter Versus, but I'll just
Bobby, you are not doing anything.
You're giving me a lot of content.
This guy is too lazy and fried and stupid and insane, and he's lacking any women. He's never going to breed, and it's broken his mind. Just like I will agree with Tommy C on that one. And just like Tommy C said, all these things are true. He is never doing work. He is never getting Twitter Versus back on the track, back on the rails. It's not happening. There will not be these Mayo Monkey Bully streams. If he tries them, he will get mocked relentlessly. What does he think? You are not just going back to Twitter Versus, retard. You literally cannot hold it together for long enough to put an episode out.
Stuff, but you're not really telling me what you're doing when the camera turns off. I'm hearing.
I'm focusing
how
on
are you
some
navigating? Yeah, but how are you navigating this new lifestyle that you're in? All I know is that you're on literally the only thing that I know that has changed since July to now is you're on mood stabilizers.
Yes.
I don't know any other. I'm begging you just to tell me, like, what are you going for walks? Like, are you, like?
Oh yeah, I've been going for walks.
What are you doing?
Dude, he's so retarded. First, you are not walking, and the point there was not for you to say, yeah, actually, I'm going for walks. You are not going on walks, bro. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, he's just saying yes to whatever. It's just like Nick suggesting something that might maybe, and like, here's an idea of something that might help. He would just say yes. Nick could have said, Are you fucking felching? Are you felching, Josh? Have you been felching? He'd be like, oh yeah, I've been felching.
When you're not online.
Oh, what am I doing when
because
I'm not
you're saying that you're not online, but all the things you're telling me you've been doing are doing things that are online. So what are you doing with the other 22 hours of the day that you're not checking Twitter?
I've been working on various side things, and then also
what are the side things in particular?
Okay, are you gonna let me? You're asking?
Yeah.
So primarily, what I've been doing most of the time is working through some financial complications, which is taking a lot of time, and I've been going through the medical system to get a therapist. Those are the two primary things I'm doing. On the side, I'm doing like, things like drawing or looking,
He's been drawing Sonic OCs, guys. He's been drawing Josh the Hedgehog.
Through the BPD book or
the BPD book again,
or what have
the fucking BPD book
is
dude.
Working through some
the Amazon BPD book. The SpongeBob fucking merman laser eyes. The BPD, but the Amazon BPD book.
Financial complications, which is taking a lot of time, and I've been going through the medical system to get a therapist. Those are the two primary things I'm doing. On the side, I'm doing like, things like drawing or looking, through the BPD book or, cleaning or what have you. But the two primary things that have been basically taking up my time, which, a lot is, the finances. And then there's like other stuff that has been taking up a lot of time that I just can't speak on. But
just to be clear, Augie, what have you been doing for the last year when you weren't online?
Listen, I've been fucking hard at work, grinding, making money, fucking,
Paint guy. The fuck is
you look a little thicker. You've been going anywhere in particular?
Thicker?
Yeah, a little swole.
This became a bit gay,
right?
I've
been going to the
gym.
No wonder they've got the audience they've got. This is gay.
You look a little thicker. You've been going anywhere in particular?
This guy's bricked up.
Yeah, a little swole, right?
I've
been going to the gym.
I have been working out a little.
Just fly him out already, Nick. Just fly him out.
A little bit,
That's the thing that you've been doing. Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I have a gym in my apartment building that I go to a couple times a week. So it's just like in my apartment building. So I've always done that. That's not new. But right. It's only like a little bit. It's like maybe I could do it more. It's like once a week or so. Just so I don't get like super fat or whatever.
This is my thing, dude. It's just like you're saying I'm not online, and what I've been doing with my spare time is I've been drawing, I've been paying my taxes, and I've been reading the book I bought in August about BPD.
It's not paying, dude. There's a lot of financial complications that are taking a long time.
No, I've
been going to the gym.
I have been working out a little bit,
That's the thing that you've been doing. Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I have a gym in my apartment building that I go to a couple times a week. So it's just like in my apartment building.
Yeah, I thought you had a house.
So but I've always.
Oh, you must have an apartment. It must be an apartment. No, but he's got a mortgage on it. He must own the apartment. He must own the apartment. No, he's got a mortgage. He's got a mortgage. Yeah, it must be like a condo, right?
Done that. That's not new. But right. It's only like a little bit. It's like maybe I could do it more. It's like once a week or so. just so I don't get like super fat or whatever.
This is my thing, dude. It's just like you're saying I'm not online, and what I've been doing with my spare time is I've been drawing.
Yeah, he bought a condo in a building near a train that goes past. It's like the sort of place that you would live. Like you need to live near a job in the city or something. You know, and you're like, you can't quite afford to live. It's like difficult to afford it because your job doesn't pay that much, but you need to live in the city to get there. So you like get a place next to a train because you like have to be there. You have to be in that area. He doesn't have to be anywhere. And the only thing that could fuck up his job, really, is having bad audio, is having lots of noise around him. So why the fuck has he bought a condo next to a train track?
I've been paying my taxes, and I've been reading the book I bought in August about BPD.
It's not paying, dude. There's a lot of financial complications that are taking a long time. I don't know how I can justify my time more without getting into personal details.
Sure.
I just don't know how. Like, maybe I could be using my time a little tighter, but like...
But you have tons of it. You haven't been online for 2 months.
Yes, and I'm using that time to do the things that I've been saying. So...
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Well, do you have anything else you want to cover specifically, Nick?
Yeah, I have one more thing I want to talk about. So somebody called. No, they didn't call in, right? But they wrote a message.
Someone else joined?
I'm gonna read you an excerpt from it.
We get lyrics.
It's an excerpt from a message that I got. Well, now everyone sees who you really are, Josh. You're a dishonest little shit who constantly plays both sides because you care far too much about what everyone thinks about you. You're so desperate for everyone's approval and want so badly to be liked by everyone. Meanwhile, you're sad, fence-sitting, pleases no one. And because of that, your word isn't really worth shit. You stand by nothing ever.
He's really just reading out Tipster's fucking own on him, bro.
It's an excerpt from a message that I got. Well, now everyone sees who you really are, Josh. You're a dishonest little shit who constantly plays both sides because you care far too much about what everyone thinks about you. You're so desperate for everyone's approval and want so badly to be liked by everyone. Meanwhile, you're sad, fence-sitting, pleases no one. And because of that, your word isn't really worth shit. You stand by nothing ever. So stop pretending to be a bully because you're not a bully. You're a bitch who falls like a fucking house of cards at the slightest criticism. What is your rebuttal to that statement?
My rebuttal to that is that the person who said that was projecting because that's exactly how he is. But
would you just say that that doesn't also describe
you? A couple of those things ring true. Not all of it, but definitely some parts of it. But he only said that because it's projection. It's not because he knows me.
Or he could have just watched the coverage in some capacity.
And came to that conclusion, maybe. But the parts that ring true... Wait, can you give me a screenshot of that and just paste it in here?
God.
So I can look at it?
I will put the passage in the
chat. Let me pull it
up.
Because I mean, I called you a
part of it. I
called you a crowd pleaser like 4 minutes ago, and it sounded like you kind of agreed with that portion of the assessment.
I do agree with that part. Yeah.
And we talked about your fence sitting and how you kind of jump in between a lot of different fights. We mentioned that on the stream. You claim that you at least admitted in this stream that you've been dishonest recently about certain aspects of the situation. So,
everything up until him saying "meanwhile" is true.
Meanwhile, but you so you don't say you don't feel like you fenced it.
No, because not.
You have to disassociate this from Tipster, right?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Because I think you were kind of fence sitting on the flamenco stuff, maintaining your friendship with him and being kind of the last guy off the train. I think you fence sitted with King and Upping for quite a while.
Okay, what I do is I make my opinion known, but I still be friends with them. So my opinion on the King of Nothing video has always stayed pretty consistent.
Except for the day that we were criticizing him, and you were the one man you were the one guy on the other opposition side, which again, you, in your defense, apologized for, saying that you wish you weren't even involved because King of Nothing chose not to defend himself, so it's kind of asinine. But you were the one man on the other side.
Yes. What happened with that tweet is I watched Connor's coverage of the King of Nothing thing. That was the first stream I watched of it. He had questions, and I tried to answer it. Kind of, it's like a parallel to what I did with the Booboss stream for Lorex, where I was trying to like help clarify for him on the private. I just did the same thing, but like with Connor's stream, and I wrongly assumed that all of the coverage on King of Nothing was kind of a similar tone to Connor, because Connor was a lot lighter on King of Nothing than everybody else, and that was the first thing I watched, and yeah, that was my mistake.
Well, I remember going at this video. I think that my first, I wouldn't even have known about this King of Nothing video if you didn't say Ethan Klein is coming after King of Nothing, threatening to sue him. He sounds nutto. And then we started pulling up.
I did think it was nutto that he.
I mean, Augie, you were there, right?
What, there for King of Nothing?
I think the quote out of your mouth was, "Well, what did he say?" And then we started pulling up the video and going like, "Oh, this is weird."
Well, I wasn't. All I knew, I just saw the clip of H3 saying I'm gonna sue him, and I'm like, whoa. I don't remember anything sue-worthy in the video because I wasn't, I guess, really locked in when I watched it at first or whatever.
But you said you knew the video was bad, and you brought it up specifically because things in his life were going on, and you kind of said the reason why his video is bad because things were going on in his life that occurred days before upload.
No, I did not say it was because of that.
No, you said, I know why the video is bad. Things have been going on in his life. And then I said specifically, wait, didn't he like work on this the last 6 months? And then you went, oh, yeah.
No, I was trying to explain something and then you interrupted me and it made it sound like I said that.
Well, that was the excuse he was running around telling everybody else. So I thought it was interesting
that wasn't the excuse. Okay. I was saying that's why he freaked out at like Turkey Tom's criticism of him was because of that. That's what I said. And bring up the video, I was just like that was like there were like bad points in the video, but like he overreacted to the criticism that Tom was getting because of that, and I was just like, yeah, it's kind of what I was telling you. I wasn't saying the video was bad because that happened to him. I was saying that's why he reacted to Tom's criticism that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So jumping back, because I think people are asking about Tipster. Aside from that passage, I guess, what is your rebuttal to the larger Tipster allegations at hand? Tipster levied
what are the Tipster allegations? It's about me on.
Well, it's this thread. You saw the thread where he kind of just ripped into you for. It was probably one of the most brutal things.
I gotta be honest, Tipster fucking popped the fuck off. I read that last night with my jaw on the floor. I was like, can I read Tipster's response, by the way, for the stream?
Yeah, I would say you should. Yeah, just
so Shaq knows exactly what we're talking about here. Let me grab Tipster's.
I haven't seen a Tipster W in a real long while, and this is the only example in recent memory.
Who's got it on Twitter? I actually don't have the link.
I got it.
All right,
I got it, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yo, can you screen share it so I can like read along or chat?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, how about you screen share, Nick?
Oh,
I want to read it though
because it's going to be small.
Okay, this is dragging. We get it. Cool. Tipster win. Tipster dub. Great. Awesome. I want to see lyrics come in, man.
It's going to be small fry for you, so you need to pull it up.
Fuck me. All right, you know what? I'll just read it.
It's a screenshot, and it's a little tiny, dude. It's small. It's small fry.
Here we go.
It's like Bowblax. He can't be giant horse cock on Twitter because he doesn't have a 9-incher.
All right, there's no way. I'm pulling up right now. Here it is. This is
Dude, giant horse.
No, we're gonna keep it going. I'm gonna farm this out. Okay. Making the most of this content.
It's got a much bigger dick, dude.
This is Tipster's response to Bowblax last night. He said, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just looking for confirmation of whether this was you or not. But since you want to run your mouth, I'll say my piece. Talk all the shit you want. But I knew you were next, and I was right.
But guys, now is a great time to remind you that while there's 290 people here, there's only 137 likes on the stream. meaning there's about 150 people who could be liking the stream but haven't. So if you wouldn't mind right now, moving your cursor to a thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing a thumbs up on your mobile device, that'd be hugely appreciated. Now, if you want to support the stream even further, you can donate to me directly through the Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can buy a membership to the channel, you can gift memberships to the channel, you can gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat. You can buy a super chat, which highlights the message in chat and reads it on TTS, or you can buy a super sticker, which is a highlighted YouTube image or GIF that I'll describe to you. Go on discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you.
Literally everything you tried to shit on me for, you did. You're a massive fucking hypocrite.
Not true.
No. Do not interrupt the words of the great Tip. You have to. Bowblax.
I didn't do everything, Tipster.
See, this is your problem, Bowblax. You can't take a fucking L. Sit down and listen. Sit down and listen to Daddy Tip tell you how it is, okay?
Yep.
Here's what he says. Talk all the shit you want, but I knew you were next, and I was right. Literally everything you tried to shit on me for, you did. You're a massive fucking hypocrite, and I have zero sympathy for you. You're getting a taste of your own medicine and have no one to blame but yourself. Like, holy shit, you're such a pathetic coward that you deleted your non-binary people are valid tweet after you got a little bit of pushback for it. I've been getting shit on for over a year for my support of the trans community and other LGBTQ plus causes, and not once have I deleted a tweet about it or backed down. Because unlike you, I have the balls.
Thank you for the €5 super sticker of a pair character laughing. Thank you, Q.
To stand by my principles. Be quiet. Be quiet.
Okay.
And if that wasn't enough, you begged Alex fucking Gekmo to delete a tweet because it hurt your fifis. There's a lot of valid criticism of me and how I've mishandled things in the past, but not even I begged a random Twitter dipshit to delete a tweet because it was too mean. You're a spineless coward and the last person who should be trying to bully anyone. Also, it's interesting hearing people talk about how you were extremely dishonest with them. And let me see. And kept sending mixed messages because it sounds a hell of a lot like our last interaction, doesn't it? You let me hang out to fucking dry while everyone went at me and how I backstabbed you. Meanwhile, you were in my DMs telling me you were not mad and that we were cool. And let's not forget all the times you talked shit on streams, then DMs me after about how you were just joking and didn't mean what you said. Well, now everyone sees who you really are, Josh. You're a dishonest little shit who constantly plays both sides you care far too much about. You constantly play both sides. You care far too much shit about what everyone thinks about you. You're so desperate for everyone's approval and want so badly to be liked by everyone. Meanwhile, your sad fin sitting pleases no one. And because of that, your word ain't worth shit and you stand by nothing you say ever. So stop pretending to be a bully, because you're not a bully of anyone. You're just a bitch who falls like a...
Wow, it's encouraging to know that you can get 4.5k viewers even if your voice constantly cracks and you're borderline illiterate. This is great. I'm so happy. This is so encouraging. Maybe there is a chance.
House of fucking cards at the slightest criticism. Have a nice life, Josh. Don't bother responding, because I won't bother reading it. And stop feeling bad for yourself and own your fucking shit. I took my fucking L's. Now it's time to take yours. Thank you. Fuck you. Goodbye. So, that was Tipster's response. Now, admit that that was fucking a brutal dissection, especially based on what you've said tonight.
Yeah, if only he was so brutal when I was actually talking shit to him and he had...
Hold on, Josh. I have to channel my inner chud logic. Listen, Joshua. You're the Tipstorian. You're the Tipstorian, Josh. You've been covering him for months non-stop. You had the blueprints to know not to do this, Joshua.
Oh my god. I owned my L's. I mean,
they need to be more hostile. I need more hostility.
And did he own defending the boss shit? So
no, he owned
gay bits. Stop doing gay bits with him. Okay, fuck this guy.
I wasn't. There's no mixed messages between me and Tipster in our last interactions, and our last interactions are public. That's like not real.
Now they are because he dumped them.
What? I dumped them like a year ago.
Well, I've seen the. This is the first I'm seeing of them. He put them on his Twitter.
Just now?
Oh, I didn't know he put him on his Twitter.
I can't open them. Does anyone have
I can't open them either.
Tipster, can you Tipster truce for like 5 minutes? This is kind of
you've got to unblock me. Like, what the fuck, you know?
Someone deploy the goth mommies. For like 5 minutes, can we just see your account? It's kind of relevant.
I mean, can we just get Tipster to call into the stream? Like,
we said no guests, but I feel like Tipster's an exception.
Did we say no guests?
Tipster's an exception for sure.
Man.
I think Josh.
I don't think anybody said no guests, but I didn't think.
Well, I know.
I'm kidding.
No. Actually,
Keemstar.
Yeah.
No, not actually. What are you doing?
No.
What are you helping yourself with? Actually, bring in Kuihman.
Keemstar wanted.
Well, I was gonna say. No.
No Keem.
No. Nope. It'll just distract from what we're trying to talk about.
Well, when we end the convo with you and Nick, like I was just gonna say, Keem wanted in, Aiden wanted in.
I'm mostly done. I think we've run through every. Is there, Chad? Am I missing something? You've been watching diligently. Am I missing any specific topic?
All right, I've got the I got the DMs coming up soon here.
Yeah, but I leaked the Tipster DMs like last year, so those were already public.
So I'm logged into an account here.
I think it was in the debut bully stream.
Now, Nick, is there anything worth reading here in these DMs? Like, let me see. Like,
I haven't seen them. They were just sent to me.
Well,
I've been Fortniting. I've been trying to hold down the debate and playing Fortnite, so
nice.
I could not do the extra.
Well, like, since full transparency, so you don't feel backstabbed or anything, I do meme about you in private sometimes. Nothing hateful, though, just joking around. Would say the same stuff to your face, too. Because let's be real, some of your tweets are crusty. Now, when was this sent? There's no date on these DMs.
This is just before this is probably around the time where you were fighting for Bowblax against. This is probably about our time of our debate, right?
Let me see.
Like
I would assume like this was around like the great me versus Keffels and Tipster like 1v2.
When I awoke from my slumber, hearing Keffels,
they are not bringing me in. It's not up. They will never bring
Tipster
me in.
fighting on your stream and join the stream, fucking half asleep.
I'm not sure.
I was passed out at the beginning of that conversation.
I mean, what I said in that DM is true because like there's literally, I think Commentary AIDS clipped it. The first time we found out about the lolly stream or something, I think, or maybe it was like a different stream or whatever. Maybe it was something before. But there were definitely times where Tipster was literally in the call and we would bully the shit out of him and he would just stand there and take it. So like, that's true. Everything I say to him privately, I would say publicly. And there's proof of that literally on the internet.
Right.
So
I don't know. They can look into the Tipster stuff another time. I don't think it's worth trying to.
I'm not going to read through a bunch of this shit.
I was wondering though, Bowblax 2988. Is there any chance we could see your medical records tonight?
That is a good question.
No.
No.
Are you sure? How come? Wait. Are we not going to?
What medical records would?
Oh,
well, I just want to I want to check a diagnosis.
You want to check for anemia diagnosis?
I don't know if that's how that works. No, I want to know if you passed your STD test.
Well,
you said you were getting your results in a week.
Yeah. I don't know where the results of that are. I could.
What? Because you never got a test. Because you never fucked that girl. Because you lied about it all.
You've never checked the results of your STD test?
Wait, no. The result.
Now tell us about the Tails Cabin scene, Josh.
I don't know where I have the file, but
so this is just to clarify for chat.
I know
these are the results of Bowblax's like very cringy and probably fake sex story that you gave, where it's not fake.
It's not fake.
No, I mean I could honestly find the STD result probably. Test result.
Well,
I think even if we don't find it on this stream, I think it would be valuable information for the community.
We need to see that. Yeah.
Sure, I'm sure the community really needs to see that.
I mean, that story was just one of the most disgusting.
I mean, that's like the biggest. That's the biggest Wait, that is actually in the. Now that I think about that, that probably is the biggest mistake I've made online, telling that story.
That story is one of the most disgusting white trash stories I think I've ever heard in my entire life. And
is it real?
I read
it really comes across as like you were just completely just lying out of your ass.
Lying. Yeah. It sounded like if you asked a 10-year-old what their first sexual encounter was.
Dude, it was a weird fucking experience. So.
Dude, this is so crazy. No, keep pressing this.
You had sex to the Sonic snuggling.
No, I want to hear more
scene?
about this.
Really?
Let me hear about this big stinky person.
Oh, that's another thing. You said that
so
Sonic was
weird.
snuggling. Wait, do you think that Sonic was snuggling in that scene?
Let's go.
Next to the Sonic snuggling scene?
No,
like, really?
Dude.
You really?
Well, that's another
That
thing. You
girl
said
was
that
so
Sonic
fucking
was
weird.
snuggling. Wait, do you think that Sonic was snuggling in that scene?
Okay.
She jumped on me.
No. I'm not asking you about Sonic the Hedgehog. Do you think that Sonic and Knuckles were cuddling?
No, Tails.
Tyrolean super chatted $2.
Thank you for the $2. Tyrolean, thank you.
What you think cuddling is?
They were like bunched up, sleeping next to each other, Tails and.
You're
Sonic
implying some sort of sexual nature through.
Dude,
Sonic
they're not. Dude, Sonic ain't gay, dude. Sonic is in love.
No, but you're saying that they were cuddling, and
Sonic's arms are not blue.
it was almost a brotherly encounter.
Tails and Sonic would never engage in that activity when Amy's around.
I'm just trying to understand the media literacy of why you said that Sonic and Tails were cuddling at the end of the Sonic movie.
Okay, you mentioned that you regret telling that story. Can you explain why you regret telling that story? Why do you regret it so much?
I don't really regret it.
I mean, that story is one of the.
It's a funny story.
I already gave
there's a Reddit comment that I read the other day that just brutally ripped that story to shreds.
Yeah, it was like a psycho dissection about like how it actually was fake or whatever. And I was like faking it. It's like a whole like little dissection.
It sounded so strange because like you opened up the call, you were like, "You guys want to hear about the bitch that I was trying to fuck?" Like, who? When have you ever talked like this before? Like,
I mean, I was trying to be funny. I was trying to like be joking.
Yikes!
Like the bitch, like not real.
Well, you're a big time player, right? You be pulling these bumble bitches.
Dude.
Listen, that's why Josh didn't want to tell me.
Sometimes the fish you pull in aren't worth it, bro.
All right.
I'm losing my mind. How is he still acting like this? How is he still trying to do it? How is he still trying to pull the same? How is he tapping back into that same front that he was pulling in the first story where he's acting like, "Oh, I gotta stay off of dating apps for a while, dude."
Be pulling these bumble bitches?
Dude.
Listen, that's why Josh didn't want to tell me.
Sometimes the fish you pull in aren't worth it, bro.
All right.
No, that's
Spencer Howard super chatted $3.35. Any chance of increasing to 1.25x or 1.5x?
There is not enough.
Joins the call in a bit.
There is not enough content unfolding this week for me to be speedrunning Bowblax.
why. So, because no, Josh didn't want to tell me what he's been doing since he's been on his mania break because he's been slinging pussy.
Dude,
Alberto left when he turned off.
Dude,
his
I was
account.
like, I don't care if they're stinky, dude. I'm fucking crazy. Just give me any hole, dude. Give me the holes.
Okay, this is just giving me fucking autism. Chad is telling me that Lyrics wants to call in.
Wait, I have one more question because you're not going to let him bring him in, so I'm going to ask one question for somebody in particular.
Okay.
I guess, what is your biggest problem with Keemstar?
That I always felt like I had to walk on like eggshells.
No, I'm not asking about what your problem personally with Keemstar is. You're very critical, openly so, about things that Keem does, as have I been in the past, you know. But you have a lot of issues with him and the things that he says, the things that he does. What's your biggest problem with Keemstar?
My biggest problem, it's like a cumulative collection of things, but like a big example would be like how he treated Tommy C. Like, I don't understand why he was like withholding the money and stuff, and just like choices he makes that I criticize on an individual basis.
Why would you say that he's like a lol cow though?
Because he was definitely acting like a lol cow in the scenarios I was talking about. So
you're saying this is like a new thing? Like he recently started to exhibit traits of being a lol cow within like the last 3 months, 2 months?
I mean, he's the same person he's always been, but
exactly,
I mean, it's like it becomes it's pretty, yeah, there's just a lot of examples through lolcow, right?
Well, because I've noticed in the past, and I'll kind of break out of it. I've noticed in the past, you're a little sneaky little fucker. When like somebody wrongs you in particular, you'll start to retroactively go back and reassess certain positions you might have taken in the past, or you'll start bringing up stuff that you kind of hand waved away to begin with, and then you're looking at them almost through a completely new lens. Do you think you did that with Keem?
Do
you think that you weren't as critical?
I didn't wave away like I didn't retcon any of my previous opinions. I got annoyed at him because he was like crying that I like uploaded that video like talking about like the boogie like on his knees or whatever.
Yeah.
And I got fed up with him, and then I started looking at all of his actions with a more critical light. But if he did that to me like a month earlier, there's probably stuff that the month prior I ignored, but I wouldn't have ignored if he screwed me prior to that, right? Or not screwed me, but like being a little bitch.
You could be really manipulative sometimes, or not manipulative, I'm sorry, you could be really malicious sometimes. I think Destiny's the #1 example. You've had an issue with Destiny since the debate you guys had. You have an issue, obviously, with him platforming Mr. Girl. But I don't really understand why you're boosting tweets from crazy people.
Oh, yes. Defend Destiny. We have to make sure we defend Destiny. Make sure we defend that. We have to get our Destiny defense in there.
Calling him a pedophile.
No, Nick's kind of cooking because we might be able to get onto the debate topic here. Maybe Bowblax just spag out a little. Let's see. Give it a chance.
Destiny.
Do you think that he's a pedophile when you retweeted it?
No.
Then why would you retweet a tweet calling him a pedophile?
I already addressed this, I'm pretty sure.
To who? Me in DMs?
Publicly? I think I addressed this publicly.
You did address.
I was going to. Sorry, I will answer this question, but first I want to like answer something else you said. So you said that I started hating Destiny after the debate. I started hating Destiny when he was platforming Mr. Girl. That's when I didn't like him, or started to very viscerally dislike him. And that on top of the disparaging comments he said.
Okay, Lyrics is finally joining. Lyrics is now here, joining the interrogation of Bobby. Hopefully saving it. Hopefully bringing some heat. Hopefully making Bobby squirm.